Flat Earth Festivals presents Flattoberfest 2023, an international flat earth event in Las Vegas, Nevada at Samstown Hotel and Gambling Hall. October 21st and 22nd. Featuring Jason Lindgren of Secrets of Saturn and the Crow 777 radio show, and Ben Balderson of Odin's Alchemy. From the UK, Dave Murphy and Mark Devlin. 2 full days, all day. Presentations and live music with Jaron Campanella and Austin Whitsitt. Meet most of the Globebusters crew in real life. With Amanda Vollmer and Greg Reese of the Reese Report and InfoWars. And of course, the creator of the Flat Earth Clues, Mark Sargent. And David Weiss, the creator of the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Live music by Chief Crow and the Flat Earth Worms. That's right. Go to flattoberfest.com. Good rising, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Talk with Karen B. It is Moonday once again, August 21st. What's the moon at right now? Oh, 24%. Yes, waxing. Heading towards another full moon. All right. I hope you all had a very lovely weekend, enjoyed yourselves, enjoying the end of summer. Let's see. Come over here. Oh, hello. Look at all you chatters in Rockfin. Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. Cody Bocephus, Mark Wontraba, Carrie, Doug Marr, Benny Boy, Carrie, again. Yes, hello. Rockfin fix the chat. I don't even know. I guess I missed what was happening, but I'm glad that it's not happening again, hopefully. Yes, Carrie, get stoked. Don't see any chatters in Rumble, but hello to the watchers on Rumble and YouTube and Facebook, if that's where you are. Over here on the YouTubes, Aisling717, Chicago artist, Richard Thompson, get me through the Monday blues. Alpine Endeavor, Mojo Shop, Jameson Kimbrell, Rico's Tinfoil Sombrero, Spicy Sarah, Mark Wood, Flatty915, hey, Commercial Sound and Video, Doug Marer, Zulu One. Oh, it's good to see you all. Lord Racer, Lurker 1111. I see we have the same 10 assholes. Oh, well, aren't you just a little ray of sunshine this fine moon day? How about you kick some fucking rocks? Dave Messenger, Truth and Justice, Joe Nugent. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. It's really good to see y'all there. Baroque Blues. Cool name. Anyway. Yeah, a little late start this morning. I'm sorry. I was going a little slow. You know, but what can I say? Some days I move faster than others, but I am here, and I want to thank you all for being here with me too. I hope you like my new promo that I played at the beginning. I'll probably play it again towards the end before I leave. But that's my latest promo. I don't know if I'll be making another one for Flattoberfest, but I've got too much other stuff to do. But you know, if you haven't heard, and if you're here, you probably have. But I'll just say it again. Flattoberfest 2023, October 21st and 22nd in Las Vegas, Nevada, at Sam's Town Hotel and Casino. You can go to flatearthfestivals.com to book your tickets. I guess they're saying the hotel is full now. Let me see if that's really true. Yeah, it's, well, deluxe 2 queen beds is still available. Deluxe king, this room's unavailable. Yeah, most of the room looking like most of the rooms are booked, but they do still have something called a deluxe 2 queen beds. But you know, it's getting close. Yeah, you guys are funny. Charlie, my first live chat with you. Looking forward to meeting you at the festival. Right on. Hey, Carl, FE Nation. Don't forget Twitch. Oh yes, Twitch. You're right. Do I see anybody chatting on Twitch? Oh yes. Crazy Doug. Is that you? And J Love. I think those are the people on Twitch. Yes. Yes. Cheers if you're watching on Twitch. Yeah, I stream a bunch of places, but most of the people watch on YouTube. But you guys, listen, look at where you're at. You're at my backup channel, and I've got, this channel doesn't have very much reach. I've lost a lot of viewers because my main channel was censored and given 2 strikes, and so I hid it because they were threatening to take my channel. I don't really know what else to do. I may go and try to unhide it. I might just make everything private and then unhide the channel and just put the promo up there. I hate it. I hate dealing with YouTube. You guys are the only one that ever gives me trouble. But you know. Will there be a Flattoberfest next year? Occipital 8? Well, to be honest with you, I don't know. It depends on how this year goes. Has everybody been hearing the rumors of supposed lockdowns coming in and like happening September and October, like before, right before the event? Is everybody hearing these rumors? If that truly happens, that will kill Flat Earth festivals. So, you know, I was saying I don't believe it, but everybody keeps talking about it like it's gonna happen. I don't believe it. I don't see anything in mainstream news about it. And people are saying they're hearing about it on the news, but I don't. Has anybody been hearing it? COVID. Matt Hancock warns lockdown. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm reading. COVID. Matt Hancock warns lockdowns could return in winter. That's in UK. Call for return of face masks. Is this what it is? Here comes the real deal. Scientists raise alarm over new COVID variant and call for return of face masks. Virus trackers say the variant has already been spotted in Denmark and Israel. Strain has yet to be officially named but has already been dubbed BA6. Oh, is this what they're saying now is going to get everybody? BA6. This is hilarious. Experts believe the variant could have over 30 mutations in its spike protein. Oh, Jesus. Fears of fresh COVID resurgence were today heightened after the discovery of a new variant thought to be the real deal. Scientists have already called for the return of face masks because of a spin-off strain yet to be officially named but dubbed BA6. Others, however, warned it is far too early to panic and argued that a pandemic-era restrictions won't be needed. Right? That's what I'm saying. COVID hospitalization rates are already starting to shoot up, sparking concern that the UK is on the brink of being hit by another wave. The increase in infections follows the arrival of another variant nicknamed Eris. What is this weird shit that they're calling it, man? It already makes up 1 in 7 new COVID cases in Britain, health chiefs say. The numbers are still pretty low. Scientists have already called for a return of face masks because of the spin-off strain yet to be officially named but dubbed B. But we already know there's already been a whole bunch of stuff that's come out that the face masks don't do anything. They don't help. COVID hospitalization rates are already starting to shoot up, blah, blah, blah. No, they aren't. It's probably people who are having delayed responses from the you-know-what-ski. Let's see. Has a lot of new mutations at all. How can they see? But this is the thing, though. We already know that they can't identify this stuff. That none of it's been identified. A mutation this and mutation that. Does anybody really believe this? (2024) Antarctica. Nonsense rumors. Thank you. Fear porn. Thank you. Benny Boy says, Karen, the doom and gloom brigade spreading scaremongering fear porn are beginning to get on my nerves, right? Lester Holt reported it on it, so it must be true. Let's see. Okay. Here, I'm gonna play this. You guys wanna hear? Let's hear this BS.
COVID is making a comeback this...
Hold on, I gotta fix my sound. Doopy doopy doop.
COVID is making a comeback this summer, so many of us would like to leave it in the past, but cases are once again on the rise. So when will new booster shots roll out? Ann Thompson asked the CDC director.
This summer, most Americans left COVID in the past, gathering together once again mask-free. But tonight, signs of a COVID resurgence. Across the country, COVID hospitalizations jumped more than 14% in the most recent week, but far lower than pandemic levels. NBC News medical contributor Dr. Kavita Patel.
What's behind this uptick in COVID that we're seeing?
The main driver of this is a variant that's relatively newer to the scene, EG5. It's easier to give and get, so that makes it kind of easier to pass along.
It's been almost a year since the last COVID booster came out. CDC Director Dr. Mandy Cohen.
The new COVID booster is expected to be approved by the FDA, and then we will make recommendations from the CDC probably by the second or third week of September.
Will it protect against this new strain?
Yes. The booster is tailored to what we are seeing circulating now.
Is this bitch a
Critics
robot? Say the federal government is behind once again. People knew there was going to be a COVID resurgence. So why don't we have a booster today? Why do we have to wait until next month?
The way we go about doing our, just like we do with our flu shots, right? We make sure that we're looking at the ways in which the virus changed. They look at and evaluate that. The FDA is doing its work. We likely will see this as an annual COVID shot, just like the flu shot.
Just in time for the fall, when we'll also face RSV.
Can you take the flu shot, the COVID booster, and the RSV vaccine all at once?
So for flu and COVID, yes. RSV, again, is only available for older adults. That's one where I'd say talk to your doctor about what's right for you.
So until the new COVID booster comes, get prepared. Stock up on at-home tests. They do cover that new strain. Keep a mask handy in case you're in a crowded place. And most of all, get your...
shut up.
COVID never went away. All
Didn't.
Right. And
It was never here. It's the fucking flu. Oh my God. If people believe this at this point, you're a literal retard. You're a fucking retard. Not sorry at all. I won't even put the sorry, not sorry, just not sorry. If anybody believes anything that the media is saying about a new variant or any of this bullshit, you're a fucking retard. Look at everybody. No, not falling this again. Not falling for the banana in the tailpipe again. Come on. Election season. Like, it's so obvious. How is anybody gonna believe this shit? I just don't. You know what it is? You know, because, and they have already, there's already been a whole bunch of things about how bad lockdowns are for the country and how they didn't help, they just hurt more, right? So I don't think that's going to happen. There's already a bunch of other things that have come out about how masks don't help, right? So, you know, are we just really highlighting the retards this year? Is that what's going on? This resurgence is clearly to stop Flattoberfest. You see, like, I had that thought, but come on. Are we that important? So, what I think they're going to do is just be like, the threat of lockdowns, but everybody has to get the vaccine, right? More vaccines, or else we're going to lock you down. Sarah, you think it gives you anxiety? You think it gives you anxiety, sister? This shit has me heated. Old people need a special vax because they need to go, right? I blame global warming. I'm waiting to see how many people around me react. I'll know who is a zombie and who is exactly using that. Right? Exactly. COVIDs. Effie Viking. Cheers. Thank you for the tip. Let's just tell them to F off. But not in the MSM, right? Fear porn to sell more sheep vaccines. That's what I think too. Hey, Tony Coriolis. Hey, Globebusters. Sorry, wrong account. Good morning, all. Is that you, Cammy, or who is that in there in the Globebusters account? Who is it? You never know who it could be. Yeah, BA6, ba, 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 ba. 6 ba's for you stupid sheep. I blame the impending ice age. That's so funny. I just got my 44th booster. Oh, you guys are hilarious. No, yeah, this channel is not monetized. And I've thought about, I think I could apply for monetization on this channel, but I decided not to because I just don't want to bring any attention to it. I want to be able to continue to stream. I want to be able to continue to promote my event, and I don't want to, you know, draw any unnecessary attention by applying for monetization, because that's when they, you know, put you through special filters, and then you got to start answering questions about what's in your content and blah, 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 right? So I'd rather just be like flying under the radar as long as possible. Yeah. Hi, Cammy. It's Putin's fault. I just don't believe they're going to lock down again. I think they're doing, I think they, maybe he was fed, maybe InfoWars was fed that information so that they could get everybody all freaked out in combination with them trying to push this variant. Maybe that's their new tactic, because remember how they were trying to push variants before and they weren't, nobody was biting, right? Nobody was believing it. So what if they had their super secret whistleblower people call InfoWars and tell them, ooh, there's going to be lockdowns. You guys better watch it. It's coming. Right? So then they report it. And at the same time, you've got in the media this new variant. I think it's I think it's a new tactic. That's my personal assessment. I could be wrong. Can I just put that disclaimer out there right now? I could totally be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, because I'm the one who's putting on this event. I'm the one who's super heavily invested in it, and it will be the end of Flattoberfest events if this happens. So let's all try to manifest something better, like that it's not going to happen and everybody's full of shit and they're just trying to scare everybody to take more shots. Screw you, Arnold. Screw your freedoms. Screw your freedom. Me too, Badfish Bear. Like, I don't really watch it, but, you know, everybody's sharing this new report from AJ. You know? I mean, I do watch some stuff from Greg Reese, because, you know, I feel like he's one of the only people there that's worth watching. But we'll see. Unleash attack on the goddamn masker. Seriously, off the mother MFers. Whoa! I don't know about that. I don't condone violence on maskers, but you can definitely laugh at them and call them a fucking retard. I swear, if I walk around and I see people being all freaked out about that I'll be like, you're a retard. Hey, what's up, retard? Some messed up times. That's right, Dr. Backass Words. I don't think so. $25 recommended at your local pharmacy. Get in line. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, man. So anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't believe you. As Ron Burgundy says, I don't believe you. But I could be wrong. They may try to do that shit again, but this is what I just don't see it happening. Especially because it's saying that pandemic era, like it's not, it's way too early, right? Way too early. And it is exactly 2 months to the event. So last year it was like from November to March. They had to create all that panic from November to March, and then they closed everything March 11th. I just don't see it happening again. Unless everybody is that retarded. I'm gonna just give humanity the benefit of the doubt that you guys are not that retarded. But we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. COVID scare. The only way to prevent more tyranny. You know what would be great? Is if everybody stopped listening to the news. Imagine if nobody had a television. I feel like this is like, it's like the one thing in our like, what if nobody had a freaking television and nobody got used to believing what came out of that stupid black box? Like, really? That is the only reason any of this shit ever went off. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if nobody paid any attention to the bullshit liars on the news. And I think it's funny, too, that everybody's going around saying, oh, there's lockdowns coming. There's the news, the lockdown's coming. Like, you know, but then every other time they say that they don't. Yes, now it's cell phones. It's moved to cell phones, but it started with the TV, right? You know? But I think it's funny, too, though, how people have learned that they've gotten to the point where they know not to trust the media, but then they trust when this guy comes out and says we're going to get lockdowns. I'm sorry, I just don't trust it. And then everybody's like, oh, AJ's been right too many times. Listen, he's just a messenger. A lot of the stuff that he was saying, people knew without even watching Alex Jones. There's a lot of that stuff people knew before he knew it, right? Like, he's just the loudmouth that people, you know, end up paying attention to. Sorry, one sec. Had to block somebody on Twitter. There are a lot of scammers, man. Lot of scammers. Hillary isn't locked up? Yeah, that's for sure. You must die to save the planet. Yeah. They won't do another scamdemic soon. It's going to be all about fires, natural disasters to push the climate change agenda, but they're green control cities. Yeah, they're definitely doing that. There's also the aliens. Don't forget about the aliens, you guys. Why is Keanu trending? I'm sorry, this is my normie curiosity. Is it his birthday or something? Oh, they're saying that he looks like a slob. He needs to shape up. Why are you guys giving Keanu a hard time? Who cares, dude? He's an old dude now. Whatever. Medical tyranny is not covered by the Constitution. What? I believe in COVID, aliens, and Santa. Yeah. Hi, I'm the... What do you mean medical tyranny is not covered by the Constitution? Forcing people to accept a medical treatment is definitely unconstitutional. I don't believe you. drinks the blood at satanic parties. Weird things are trending. Plane. This is weird. Pilot dies in bathroom of a Boeing 787. Ivan Andauer, 56, was at the helm of the Santiago-bound LA LATAM Airlines flight around 11 p.m. when he suffered apparent cardiac arrest. Sooner or later, a plane will go down. Must screen all C-19, you know what, pilots for heart damaged. Ooh. Wow. Pilot collapsed and died in the bathroom during a commercial flight from Miami to Chile, prompting an emergency landing in Panama on Sunday night, according to sources aboard the plane. He was 56, was at the helm of the Santiago-bound flight around 11 p.m. when he suffered apparent cardiac arrest. His two co-pilots were forced to make an emergency landing at Tocumen International Airport in Panama City as a nurse and two doctors on board rushed to save him, the paper reported. Unfortunately, we did not have the necessary or sufficient supplies to perform a good resuscitation, said the nurse, who was identified only as Isadora. LATAM needs to improve the issue of protocol in case of health and medical emergencies like this, where lives can be saved but resources are needed. Wow. One passenger said a co-pilot asked if there were any doctors on the plane about 40 minutes after takeoff. Wow. That's kind of scary, dude. That's kind of scary. See, and this is stories like this going around. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, really, there's no way within the next 2 months that they could manage to get this place locked down. And that's not a dare. That's not a dare. Prosecute Hunter Biden banner towed by a plane over his father's Delaware beach house. Oh, that's hilarious. Died suddenly is the number one cause of natural death, right? Let's just see. Let's just do a, I'm curious, because I don't ever do this. Let's see what it says. Olympic swimmer Helen Smart dies suddenly at age 43. 5 days ago. My 2-year-old died suddenly and inexplainably in her sleep. Olympic star Helen Smart dies suddenly after achieving head teacher dream. So, oh, this is another new one. I wonder if this will show up on, I should send this to Mark. This will probably be on Strange World tonight. I'll have to send that one to Mark. Olympic swimmer. 43. Wow. Look at her. That's like if I did that. That's worse than if I did that, because I'm not an Olympic swimmer and I'm older than this chick. That is tragic. Tragedy, man. What a tragedy. I really feel for these people, but man, why are you people believing anything the government says? Why didn't you guys listen to us when we tried to stop you? That's scarier than is there a doctor on board? What fire? Dude, Canada. You know what's crazy too? Is Canada is like on fire and it's not being talked about very much. Two large fires merged to form one huge blaze. Wow. Thousands more are evacuated. Two large wildfires raging in western Canada have combined to form one huge blaze that destroyed houses and vast swaths of land and prompted the evacuations of thousands in the area. British Columbia declared a state of emergency, imposed a ban on non-essential travel to free up accommodations for evacuees and firefighters as 35,000 people were ordered to evacuate over the weekend, with hundreds of wildfires continuing to burn in the state. Government officials urged residents in the evacuation order zones to leave immediately to save their lives and prevent firefighters from dying trying to rescue them. On Sunday, Prime Minister Faggotass announced that his government has cleared the request of the provincial government to deploy the military to tackle fast-spreading infernos. Faggotass said in a tweet that the federal government will offer support from the Canadian military to help with evacuation, staging, and other logistical tasks in response to requests from the British Columbia government. At least 400 fires continue to burn in the province as northern winds continued to fan the flames of hundreds of firefighters controlled them for weeks. The Kelowna fire chief said he saw some hope after battling epic fires for the past 4 days. But dump water and flames that threatened a town of 150,000. Wow. That's a lot of fires. Let's see what Twitter has to say about Canada fires. Canada is burning, it's not because of climate change.
Because all these people are here.
Wow, look at that.
This is insane.
That's crazy. Everybody's just watching the land burning. They're literally watching the world burn. Kelowna chief refused to help with the fire when it was containable. Really?
People have music on like they should be celebrating. This is fucked up. There's another one starting over there. Right there.
And it was getting hot, I go, I'm going home. And where that helicopter is, I probably know spend a week in that exact spot right there, where the fire is on that side.
Oh, I forgot to open phones. Let me open my phone lines. I'm sorry, you guys.
He's at home. Where's home? Still the same house.
I forgot to open the phones. I'll do it right now. Me malo.
Welcome to the conference center. You are a host.
Okay. Phones are open. Sorry about that. Goodbye, blue skies. Aluminum dust accelerates fire like thermite, just saying. Is that so? Really? Fire jumped the lake? Oof. Watch this demonstration of a small laser weapon. Notice you do not see a beam. If a small laser weapon can do this, imagine what a military grade one can do. Oh, look, you mean you can't see the laser beam? I was saying this on Facebook and there were people arguing with me saying that if they were firing a laser beam in the middle of the day, you would see the laser beam. I'm sorry. No, you would not. No, you would not. You don't see a laser beam in full spectrum sunlight. You might see it at night. You might see it if there's excessive particles in the air. You know, you might see it if it's overcast, but no. In the daytime like that, you're not seeing any freaking laser beam, dude. So like these pictures that people are sharing of quote unquote DEW weapons being used. Did you guys know that I figured out that one of them was actually SpaceX? It's a SpaceX picture, and everybody shares it like it's a DEW weapon, and it's a long exposure fucking SpaceX picture. Like, I don't know if they're using DEW weapons. I'll say this, there's a whole bunch of ways to start a fire. A whole bunch of ways to start a fire that don't involve DEWs, but they could be doing it, but I don't know. But I know that anybody sharing a picture telling you this is them firing a DEW, that's bullshit. Literally is bullshit. Where is that one that I shared? Yeah, man. Right here. This is SpaceX on Twitter. And this is the picture that everybody likes to share that says that it's a DEW weapon. But this is from Falcon 9. This is a liftoff. A long exposure on the liftoff. That's why the water's blurry and the clouds are blurry. And the smoke is blurry. Just saying. Trains, aliens, and freaking laser beams. Yeah, in the movie Star Wars, you can see all the lasers. Right, because it's CGI. You don't need lasers, just clever, well-trained arsonists. Exactly. Yes, Stephanie. Drones could be used. Right, they have drones that are armed with DEW weapons, but you know what? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that it was or wasn't. Now, could it be arson? Could it be intentional? 100%. The alarm's not going off. You know, what's crazy is they canceled school because of the wind was knocking down power lines. So there's children at home, and then the alarms don't go off for the fires. And they're saying, well, we don't typically use those alarms for fires. Well, maybe not, but a fucking big fire like that, you think you would. That's not a typical fire. I don't really buy that excuse. But supposedly there was a bunch of children at home who didn't know what to do. And they don't even know how many children are missing. They don't even answer the question, which is insane. Where did I see that? They were asking the mayor if they had an estimate of how many children were missing. And he's like, I don't know. We don't know. And it's been a week? You don't know? You don't have any estimate? I don't believe that. Anyway, I can't find it. Let me see. No. I don't want to search that. Maui fires.
Out there, floating in the water. It was scary. People were scrambling for their lives.
The firefighters all might be trucked.
Because there was about 30, 40 of us out there, floating in the water in the dark, just not knowing where to go. The dad gave me the 2-year-old, and from that time that he gave it to me, I had that son in my arms that clung onto my neck for about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours in the water. The mom didn't want to come in. The husband grabbed her, and that plywood saved our lives. We hung on to it, and we floated around with about 6 or 8 of us around the plywood, just hanging onto the edges. I had the 2-year-old just clinging onto my neck. As we were in the water, we heard people screaming. It was like bombs going off. It's like someone just dropped a bomb, or a fire goddess was just out there just going boom, 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 and fires just pop up everywhere. It was scary. People were...
That's crazy, man. No sirens, no water, power lines not shut off. Government loves your wild theories about space lasers and climate starting fires because it keeps you from noticing that it's just plain old bureaucratic incompetence that's the biggest threat in your life. You know what? I don't disagree with that statement. I don't disagree with that statement. All they have to do is be negligent for bad shit to happen, really.
Burned already. Spokane County is one of the most beautiful geographical locations in the country.
So, let's see. This one, arson isn't climate change, Lahaina fires. I was trying to find stuff on Canada. Whoa, is that real? Is there wildfire maps? Anytime, past week. Images. Alberta. This is the fire in Alberta. Huh. Excuse me, you guys, I'm just trying to find some stuff here. Look at that. Dude, that's kind of crazy. They all just start at the same time? 6/6. This is June? That's New York, right? No, that's Quebec. Right? That was a while ago. That was 2 months ago. Okay, that's different. Where's the one? Anytime past week. Here we go. Are these just still images? Whoa, what is that? Did you see that? That first one looked like there was an explosion. Was that lightning? Looks like lightning. That's crazy. Where's that? I want to go back to that one. It looked like there was an explosion right here. Look at that. What is that? That's crazy. Like it just blows up. Like right here. Boom. Look at that. Look at all the chemtrail lines. Did you see that? Right here. Look at this. Look at the little chemtrail lines. That's fucking weird. Hold on, I gotta slow this down. Let's do quarter speed. Right here, look at all this shit. That's all chemtrail lines, and like they just keep showing up right here and like feeding into this. What? Bro. Do you guys see this? Right here? That looks so weird. Look at, there's some right there. Use Norway. Look at more. Look at these lines. Right there. This is weird, man. Look at that. First of all, I don't believe that this is how... I'm starting to think these are not real. Because I can watch... Here's what I don't think it's real, dude. This is so weird to me. Oh. Because wait, where are those stupid lines again? Okay, look at how far they're moving, but staying in a line. I can watch, when a plane flies over our house, like my house, I can watch that trail dissipate while it's still over my house, while it's still within eye shot. And I feel like these are moving too far without dissipating. This looks fake to me. Am I wrong? You guys, what do you guys think? I feel like this... By moving this far, like it would already be spread out more. You know what I'm saying? Like this looks weird. This looks fucking weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, Karen B. Tony Coriolis.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, doing great. So, as I said, I always go up out of town, and this weekend I went up out of town, and I was having great conversations with people, and it was all random, and I had a great weekend. So, one of my favorite run-ins was right when I turn off the freeway, there's like a little bar that just sells like beer and wine and stuff, and it's cool, pretty low-key. So, some lady walked in, and then she was like on her phone, and then we kind of started talking, and then I always bring up flat, you know, just people, just to test them. Not right off the bat, but came up a little early with her. And she has 2 kids that are both flat, that live in town, you know.
Hey, that's cool. Right on.
I know. So I was just asking her, like, well, have you asked them, like, why they think that, you know? It sounds crazy to you, doesn't it? And then it was just a great conversation. And and then I put... I got the True Smacks a while ago. She sent like some bumper stickers that say the earth is flat and then Flat Earth 101, like website, you know? So I just chopped off the website and I put Earth is flat on my car. And then another couple said that like they saw that and they were like asking me questions. She's like, I saw that earlier and I kind of laughed, you know, and then, but it was cool. We were talking for like 3 hours. They just walked by my house and struck up a conversation. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was this weekend. And then after my last call last week, you said that you found your farmer's almanac. Do you have it around now?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Solid. Been waiting for this.
I got it right here.
Okay. So if you go to where it says like the month, you know, like you go all the way to the very beginning of the month, like the page right before the month start, it shows you like a little thing and it says what each one means. And then the one that shows like the moon classification, like if you go to the, like where it says, say January, and then on the left page, not like the one with the calendar one, but the other one, it gives you like a whole description. And there are pretty much 5 extra signs other than the astrological signs that the moon could be in.
I'm trying to find where you're talking about where it shows the months. Oh, like each
okay,
page?
Yeah, you go to any month.
Let's see.
What's up?
Do you mean like in the calendar part?
Yeah, where it says like, you know, July, then it says like on July 1st, first person to venture, blah, blah, blah. Just the month ones, you know, and then there's 2 pages with each month.
Mm-hmm.
So the left page out of the 2.
Okay.
Do you see it says little 3-letter abbreviated things that say what constellation the moon would be in for each day of the month?
Hold on, I'm old. I need my magnifying glass.
Oh, okay.
Day of the year, day of the month, moon. Oh, astrological place, yes.
Yes.
Astronomical place, yeah.
And then if you go to like right before the months start, it tells you what all the abbreviated things mean. And like one of them's an Orion, so we'd have a moon and like a Orion phase at midnight type of thing. Then sextans, Cetus, and there's 5 of them that weren't astrological signs, but they're very rare. And like if you flip through all the months, it's not like there's like 1 or 2 Cetuses, and there's like a couple Orions, but other than that, they're all astrological in the astrological signs. I just wonder, what exactly do they mean with that? Like, why would it be outside of the astrological signs? I thought those were just the 12 that, you know, they're always in. Why would they be trying to add in another 5?
What do you mean add in another 5? 5 more signs
well, just,
you're trying
why would
to
they
add?
even say, like, huh?
What do you mean try to add another 5? I don't get that part.
I just mean, like, you know, I feel like they're, like the moon is actually a certain astrological sign, and that's just how it works. And, you know, I'm no professional. I'm open to whatever it could be, but just why would they even bother with putting the 5 in there? Like, it's probably really close to another one, and it really is, like, the astrological sign. Why would they even be trying to add in, like, sextans, Orion, like, as a moon, you know, phase for that day? Like, any idea on that?
I don't.
Like a Cetus moon, I've never heard of, and you never heard of, yeah?
No. How does that spelled?
Like, why would they? Huh?
How's that spelled? Do you know? What's the name of that moon?
Cetus. And then another one was that Officius, that 13th sign they were trying to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right before the month, like, it just shows you like a thing where it says what each abbreviated thing means, you know? And then it says that there are 5 more other than the basic astrological signs. And I just really wish that I knew, you know, how everything looked up there, and I was, you know, I had a little science lab and I was tracking it. Just kind of spitballing sort of thing. So there might be something to it where just, I don't know, like, it probably is, like, because, like, even my birthday, I know I looked, there was something like they're taking away my moon. They're giving it to like one of these 5 that aren't an astrological sign. Like, why is my Libra one getting shorted just for these new signs? And I'm just very interested in these almanacs, Tony Almanac Coriolis. So.
Yeah. Well, it says right there, it says this column
Did you find that?
Huh?
Huh?
I was just reading. I found that part.
Did you
and I was
find
gonna
that?
Read it. What?
Yeah.
Okay. It says constellations have irregular borders. On successive nights, the midnight moon may enter one, cross into another, and then move to a new area of the previous. It visits the 2 zodiacal constellations as well as Auriga, a northern constellation between Perseus and Gemini, Cetus, which lies south of the zodiac, just south of Pisces, and Aries, Ophiuchus or Ficus, primarily north of the zodiac, but with a small corner between Scorpius and Sagittarius, Orion, whose northern limit first reaches the zodiac between Taurus and Gemini, and Sextans, which lies south of the zodiac, except for a corner that just touches it near Leo. So what it is like, it's because the moon and the sun don't have exactly the same path, right? So the sun sign will line up a certain way with the stars, or the sun lines up with a certain way with the stars, and then the moon lines up a certain way. But the moon's ecliptic is 5 degrees off of the sun's ecliptic, so it's going to go places in the sky where the sun doesn't necessarily go. So I think that's why it happens. That would be my best guess.
Okay. And, as I said, I'm going to be investigating these almanacs. I want to get like a really old one and see if it still is the same, or if it's some new thing they're trying to throw it in just to like throw us off on what we really, how the clock really works.
Right.
Because, they could just be fibbing to us, it could just be something new they're trying to spin on us. So, yeah, that's why we got me here. I'm going to be investigating these almanacs.
Right on. I'm interested in it too, so if you find cool stuff, definitely call about it.
Gotcha. And I'm such a loose cannon, I never really think out all my stuff, so thanks for sticking with me, not just shutting me down. Appreciate it.
Okay, no problem.
And hey, I did miss Jaren's Speaker Corner this past weekend. It was when I was having a really good talk with that couple that kind of laughed at my Flat Earth sticker. Mm-hmm. And it was such a good conversation with them. I didn't even... Like, my phone doesn't get phone signal normally, so I didn't even see he was doing the show, but I would have driven up to phone service to call in. So I'm re-listening to it now today. You were definitely mentioned, Karen B, on Speaker's Corner.
I know. I probably get mentioned every episode of that show now because of that guy who says...
Probably.
Because the melted brick guy, who wants to debate me, who said he was going to debate me, and then I sent him an email and I said, okay, let's debate, and then I never heard from him again, except for when he goes on Speaker's Corner to talk about how he's gonna debate Karen B. Right.
Yeah. And okay, he just said it's at the 16-minute, 30-second mark. He said it, and I laughed out loud. And he's a cool guy, well-intentioned guy, and I just feel like this debate needs to happen. But he said, "Oh, I got some pictures I'll send Karen that she'll never mention this again." Like, and it had me laughing. So
yeah,
check that out. 16-minute, 30-second. You got a challenger, and you can handle him. I'm on Team Karen. Come on.
Oh, dude, these people got nothing. It's hilarious.
I know.
I mean, it has to be hilarious. If it wasn't funny, it might be sad.
Yeah, but I do think the guy, he wouldn't, he's not like a troll. I think he's well-intentioned guy, just as I said I am. I'm a loose cannon. This guy's not a loose cannon, so he's thinking one way on this, and yeah, hit him with it.
Oh, God.
But okay, one thing talking about that little bit of subject. So here in Arizona, we have a mountain called Camelback Mountain, right in the middle of Scottsdale.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really cool looking mountain, totally does look like a camel, okay? So this one guy who moved here from Pennsylvania, a cool guy named Josh, I talk to him all the time. I said, dude, you ever hike Camelback, coming into town? And then he said, right off the bat, he goes, you guys got a Camelback too? And I said, what are you talking about? he said down in Pennsylvania there's a Camelback that's a ski resort. So I thought that was very interesting. You know, I thought there was just one Camelback. We were exclusive here. And then I drive out of town. There's another mountain that looks more like a camel than our Camelback. So is there something to it? I don't know. But, yeah, I don't think there's any pictures he could show you that'd be like, oh, makes sense now, you know? So, for sure. I'm hearing everyone out, but, yeah, I'm leaning, you know, the Karen B way.
Right on.
You're no nonsense type of person. I like that. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciates it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Always. Well, hey, yeah, 2 months until I'm out in Vegas. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
I don't got much else to say. I just wanted to mention that couple of little things to you.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Peace out, Karen B. Have a good
Peace.
rest of your day.
You too. Yeah, Carrie. Oh, yeah, the chemtrail shit. Yeah. Right over where you live? I've barely been able to sun gaze. Burn back better. Wait. What am I saying here? Retards. Yeah. It's upside down world. What country can we move to call Flattopia? I don't know, Alan Corzette, but if you figure it out, would you let the rest of us know? Because that would be great. Camel Hump Mountain. I imagine there's probably a lot of camel hump, camelback, blah, blah, blah type of stuff. Does Samstown have free continental breakfast? I actually don't know. CSV. Let's check. Because I need my brekkie. Sparkling outdoor pool and whirlpool, laundry service, valet service. Ba-ba-ba. I can't even find it. Where does it say? Let's see, stay. Book online for the lowest rates. I'm just gonna see if it says. All rooms include refrigerators, hairdryer, in-room coffee, and tea maker. Oh my gosh, it doesn't say anything about a continental breakfast. I don't know. I don't know. That's such a good question, though. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. I guess I have to call him. Because it doesn't say. Maybe it doesn't have it. I mean, you'd think it'd say if they did include that, but maybe they don't. That would be weird, wouldn't it? I don't know. don't know, but I'm spending too much time looking for it. Got fire on all sides of the map. Highway is closed about 6K up the way from my place. Wow, be careful. Don't get caught in their bullshit. Continental breakfast costs $15.75 a person. Oof. I heard there's other good places to go get whatchamacallit, food in Vegas though. What was that one person saying in the chat? I love going out to breakfast. So somebody from Vegas was suggesting good places to eat breakfast. Let me search. Somebody was telling me about this place called the Cracked Egg for breakfast. I may want to go here. Best breakfast in Las Vegas. Ooh, oh my goodness, this is making me hungry. Eggs with attitude. Scrambled eggs. I got a bunch of scrambled egg plates. The GVP mushroom, spinach, avocado, Munster cheese. Ooh. Greek. Denver style, Western style. You can get bacon. I don't eat bacon. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Sweet potato skillet. Ooh, they got huevos rancheros. Dude, this is what's up. I'm gonna eat here. Got French toast. I'm so hungry right now. I have to close this. This is gonna drive me insane. I think I'm salivating. Need to open a Maple Street Biscuit Company event. Maple Street Biscuit Company is so good. Let's see. Let's look. Let's see. Breakfast in Las Vegas. Hash House A Go Go. That's the one Scooter just said. The Egg and Omelet House. Blueberry Hill. Oh, they got a couple Blueberry Hills. Look at all these breakfast places. Broken Yolk, Cracked Egg, Hash House. I'm gonna look at this Hash House place because I love me some taters. God, I'm just gonna make myself hungry though. Let's see. Do they have a menu? Our locations. View. Menu. Oh, here we go. Serving brunch all day. Woo, doggy! Look at that. Chicken fried steak. Sun-dried tomato, basil, goat cheese, egg scrambles. Ooh. Jalapeno cheddar cheese. Oh, I'm really driving myself insane right now. Tractor driver combo. Hilarious. Sage fried chicken. Benedict. Oh, that looks so good. Chilaquiles. Oh, but it's pork. I don't eat pork anymore, but if you still eat pork, I bet you that's really good. Ooh, meatloaf and griddled meatloaf and eggs. Yeah, buddy. Hey, sage fried chicken and waffles. Dude, there's just chicken and waffles. Bruh. Spicy fried chicken. Mmm. All right. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. Looks like we're going to be going out to breakfast. I'm so hungry. Eat more salsa. Yeah. Hash is good. I'm so hungry. I'm sorry, you guys. What is that egg place in relation to Sam's within walking distance, I hope? Well, let me see. Let's see if I can find it. And we're gonna search. Let's see. Here's Sam's Town. Excellent. I don't see anything within walking distance. Blueberry Hill. Oof. I don't know. Search this area. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's an IHOP right here. Yeah, that's about it. Oh man, that sucks. Search this area. IHOP, Dunkin', Sourdough Cafe. Ooh, Sourdough Cafe? That kind of sounds good too. Alright, okay, I need to stop looking for places to eat food. This is gonna drive me insane. Really gonna drive me insane. It's called He Ain't Here. The closest bar to the Mills served 2 breakfasts, the Little Bitch and Fat Bastard, biscuits and gravy, eggs, meat, and hash browns, $5 to $10. Where's that? The Little Bitch and the Fat Bastard? Is that what it was called? All right, let's see what this guy said.
Behold, I have created the blacksmith who blows the coals
Yes!
of fire.
Yes!
Jesus, that's scary.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
What the hell is that?
I think it's a super chat. Thank you very much for whoever. I'll check it out right now. Go ahead.
Boom. Yeah. Brings forth an instrument for his work and created the spoiler to destroy. And the Standard Bible says at the end, and I have created the destroyer to inflict ruin. So it's great. You know what I mean? I just thought that was really interesting. That
How many different Bible verses is there in the movie?
Well,
A bunch?
every license plate, supposedly every license plate in the movie will be a verse for that refers to a verse in the Bible.
And that's the original Matrix?
Yeah, I never knew that. I just found that out.
Didn't know either.
It's crazy. But Smith, so that Smith, or the word smite or smote, like, you know, it's all like, it's crazy how it's all so planned. They might even, you know what I mean? Like the Matrix is real. So it's referring to the Bible in that movie a lot. So you got to make the connection. There's something true about what I've been telling you guys. But anyway, so I don't know what else to talk about.
That's good because your time's up. So
Oh, my time's up. Damn.
Close.
I had a bunch of pictures that I can show, but I emailed her, Karen B, for that debate, and I never heard back. So I'll try to email her.
No,
again.
he didn't.
I have a bunch of pictures that are gonna shut her up forever.
No, you didn't. Oh my God. No, you didn't. He did not email me about a debate. I didn't get any email from this guy about a debate. What email did he email? Such a lie.
Forever?
Forever, ever.
Wow.
Ever, never.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, okay.
I mean,
Impossible,
if she's got
my
half
dude.
a brain, she'll shut up. But
You
I don't
can
know.
suck my dick if you don't like my shit. Cause I was high.
You think this dude thinks he's gonna shut me up forever and he never even replies to me? I even went in Jaren's Telegram chat, looking at like, where you at? Sacred knowledge. He didn't email me about any debate. He's full of shit. Or at least if he sent the email, he didn't send it to my email. You got to send it to my email, dude. It's KarenBFE@protonmail.com. Just like I went to your channel and I commented in your comment section, hey, when are we going to debate, smart guy? And then I gave you my email, and you can't even email correctly. You think you're going to show me a picture that's going to shut me up forever? You are on crack. 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 Crack.
When I wrote this song suck.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
We're living on the ruins of an ancient civilization. People don't understand. It sucks that we don't understand. We don't know, and the people laugh at it.
Bobby C has a question, kind of like I do. But so you said the license plates refer. So it says 5416. Does the license plate say Isaiah?
No, it won't. No. I guess because if you look up that verse, it's gonna bring. Oh shoot, I don't know.
Oh no. I don't think he's a bad guy either, but I do think he's dumb as the melted rocks that he claims to exist. I mean, really, like, I just can't. I'm sorry. I just don't have a lot of patience for this, like, this drivel, this complete lack of any sort of intellectual honesty, complete lack of critical thinking, just completely devoid of taking into account any sort of thing about reality that we actually know. These people think they've got it all figured out. Y'all just don't know shit. It's Jaren's job shit. I had $5 on rant after 11/11. I'm not even ranting. There's nothing to rant about. It's just so dumb, dude. It's just so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. Like, it's water that makes the rocks look melted. Yes, Dr. Back, ass words. Yes, exactly. Water erosion. Let's look up water erosion. Is that my phone? I shouldn't be. Interesting. Images. I mean, I could even look at this stuff happening in my backyard. Like these dendritic sort of patterns that happen. Excuse me. That's just a result of like heavy rainfall washing down on the ground and certain, water getting in between nooks and crannies and creating more of a gap and eventually eroding all this stuff away. Like, water is like one of the most destructive forces on this plane. Water, can carve new rivers and stuff. I mean, it's crazy how all of it works, but, a lot of the things that people are calling melted are things that could very easily be explained by water runoff, water erosion, and then what they call concretions, or things that were at one time like piles of mud and dirt and stuff that were at one time soft and flowy, and then the water, whatever happens that got that mud there stopped, it dries out, it compresses, over time, even more water will rain and carrying with it more minerals inside and creating a stronger heart. And then over time, these things harden and then they become rock. But it's not because they were melted, and it doesn't even make sense because if you heat up a lot of things, if you heat them up to the point where they melt, they just all kinds of weird things happen. And if all of this stuff was melted, a lot of it would be like a glassy texture, it would end up as like a glassy texture, not dirt, because that's what happens when you melt stuff. It just doesn't make sense. Everything's melted already today. Hey, Ben. No, that guy keeps going on Jaren's show saying that he's going to debate me about it, and he's got pictures that are going to shut me up forever. He's just a complete clown. It's funny. Anyway, and we were just watching the clip. It's just dumb. 11:11. It's 11:11. It's 11:11. 11. Spirits listening. Are you manifesting bricks? New resonance. Stop it. Beginning. Stop it if you are. Visualize. Opportunity. 11:11. Spirit listens. Knows more than we do. Vision. Manifesting greatness. Manifest. In mind. Manifest your reality. Infinite. Are you manifesting greatness? That's what obsidian is. Yeah, obsidian is a glass, yeah. Water sets mud just like concrete. Exactly. That's what concretions are. It's like when a natural mixture of minerals and dirt happen to get wet and then they dry out and they form bonds and it becomes like concrete. It becomes a rock. It becomes a conglomerate, Yeah, see, why don't people, I feel like we all knew this. That's why when people started saying it, right away I was like, are you kidding? I couldn't even believe it. I could not even believe it when I remember that stream that I went to just go see what people were talking about. And they were like looking at this beautiful nature scene with a mountain and a river or like a lake and then some river rocks, and they're just standing there looking at this nature scene and it's like melted bricks everywhere, and I was like, huh? Are you guys for real? And then it come to find out they'd been doing it for the previous 2 years. They had spending the previous 2 years brainwashing themselves into thinking that everything came from melted bricks. Melted brick buildings. Like, holy self-inflicted brainwashing, Batman. What are you people doing? The heat in the rocks creates obsidian and pumice. I don't have anything to do with them myself. The only use I have is they are allowed in the military and the government. What are you talking about? What's your thoughts on asatru? I don't know what that is. The heat in rocks creates obsidian, but yeah, I read that. Yeah, it's true. What is that? They created meltology in a think tank? A think tank? I don't think that was a think tank. Or you mean do you mean like a we're gonna infiltrate the truth seekers think tank and then that's how? Maybe. Oh, okay. what came before the bricks. That's what I'm saying. What are the bricks made out of, dude? What are the bricks made out of? You know? Odinism is not. Weird. Freedom of religion as long as you pick from their list. Is that how it is? I mean, I'm not surprised. A stink tank. A non-think tank. A retard tank. I'm bringing back the retard word. No, you know, none of this bullshit R-word shit. Retard. 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 I'm tired of all the retardedness. That's exactly how it, yeah. So, yeah. Anybody have any friends in Canada that have any input? I know that I saw one of our Canadian friends on Facebook couldn't even share a news article on Facebook. So like Canadian people literally can't even share a link to a news article on Facebook, which I thought was crazy.
3,000 square miles of land have burned. The BBC reports the fires are so bad because when the winter snow melts, it exposes the twigs, branches, and dead leaves beneath, which experts call fuel. Warm temperatures and dry conditions increase the fuel's flammability. These wildfires have sent smoke to several U.S. states, including Minnesota, Nebraska, Illinois, Wisconsin, Wyoming, Utah, Washington, and Colorado, triggering air quality alerts in some.
So they're saying the Canada fires spread to the United States, like all those fires came from the initial Canada fires?
Wildfires over the weekend. So far, officials say they show no signs of. Canadian firefighters are in a tangle with large wildfires burning across Alberta.
I mean, it's crazy because a lot of these trees are like, they're like those evergreen trees, conifer trees, and those trees have sap, and so the sap is flammable, so that's kind of scary, man. The evacuation of 30,000 people. This initial thing, though, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it just shoots up into the air. That is sussy, man. That looks crazy to me. Canada Interagency Wildfire Center has announced that this season is the worst on record. More than 150,000 people have been evacuated. The area destroyed by wildfires as Canada is equivalent to the size of Nepal. Wow. Ah, that's horrible. Why would they put that horrible music on there? Jesus. Look at these. 20,000 individuals in Yellowknife, located in northern Canada, are undergoing evacuation procedures as a result of approaching wildfire. Wow. Canadians can't even access their own news about the fires. See what I'm saying?
I cannot handle another ounce of Justin Trudeau in this country. So the area that I live in is literally on fire. People are being evacuated. Wildfires everywhere. And you see this right here? You go to CTV News, and us as Canadians, we can't even see what is going on in our country because of new laws that Justin Trudeau has passed. We can't see it. So what, has this turned into a communist country now? I don't have any words. I am so done with Canada. Just so done. I cannot
That's
handle-
crazy. They can't even see their own news? Trees do explode in forest fires. But that was a big explosion, though. That was, like, big. What is very sus is the government of Hawaii signed law 2 weeks before fire about suspending building codes after natural disaster. How convenient. Really? I didn't know about that, a Scooter. That's kind of crazy. I hope they take our news away. No shit. Canada fire starting with something like a bomb. Hey, look. Let's see what this says, because I'm telling you, it looked like it exploded.
Worldwide. The Paranormal Chick here. Take a look at this video. As we've been watching the news, wildfires are a trending topic, and it's impacting us worldwide. This fire began in the Northwest Territories of Canada, near the Yellowknife area. The interesting part about this video is it looks like a bomb. Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
Harrison, I would take anybody down for you.
Look at that.
Look at
some mushroom cloud, bro. Look at that.
Oh, crap!
Yep, that ain't supposed to happen.
What is that, dude? That's kind of crazy. And then one user sent over 500 delete message payloads into GB Rockfin chat last night. Not sure if it's a user or creator with mod rights or a hacker. Oh. Oh, the GB Rockfin chat? Oof. I don't know. Meth Lab, Ben says, right? Is there other... Now, I'll just say I don't know for a fact that that video came from Canada. I'd like to find another one. Because that could be from something else. But that's insane. Look at this. Wow. It's windy, too.
C'est fini. C'est fini, il faut partir. Il faut partir.
Roughly 2,500 people have been ordered to flee their homes as fires have been increasing rapidly. And this video captured from a downtown Kelowna park shows a view of West Kelowna, where all the wildfires continue to rage. Take a look.
I wonder if this will show if they have an explosion.
Perspective on how close these fires are. This is a significant resource. which is burning just a few away from the city. But she urges everyone in the region to prepare in case
Dude,
they
that's
are ordered to leave.
scary looking, man.
Officials say the fire began Tuesday and quickly progressed into a big ball of flames on Thursday. It is estimated that the fire is 6,800 hectares and is expected to grow. Just yesterday, it was mapped down as 1,100 hectares, meaning the fire grew 5,700 hectares in just 12 hours.
Wow.
Homes were lost, but thankfully no injuries have been reported caused by the wildfires. More updates to come. Until then, prayers up for Kelowna.
I'm curious. Let's see. Entire city of Yellowknife forced to evacuate. Canadian fire crews on Thursday. Let's see. I'm trying to find if anybody's talking about an explosion. Water bombers flew over Yellowknife as thick smoke blanketed a capital. Very tough days ahead. I just find it really interesting that that one fire did look like an explosion even from the sky. And it didn't look like a tree exploded. It was like something big. So I just find it fascinating, right? Right there. What is that? What happened? This looks like something exploded to me. I mean, I'm gonna search here. Another photo of a fireball over Canada. Let's see. That's weird. It's just a link to the same tweet. These are all showing up old, latest. Yellowknife is one word, maybe. An explosion caused the fire in Yellowknife. Downed electric wires prompted the Lahaina fires. Neither have squat to do with climate change. Just not the corrupt cops in Yellowknife. They were working on the giant mine that's why it was sabotaged by bikers? What? Due to climate change. Oh my god.
Territories is burning and thousands of people are being displaced to who knows where. I'm currently in my First Nations community, which is surrounded by wildfires, with the only road in or out continually being closed due to hotspots. Yesterday, my First Nation had an emergency response meeting due to these wildfires because it is encroaching dangerously close to Deta, one of our Yellowknives Dene communities. 5 communities, I believe it might even be 6 now, have been officially evacuated, and communications went down yesterday, so people literally can't even make phone calls. The RCMP can't even receive phone calls, so those left behind, those who weren't able to get rides, because not everybody has a vehicle, not everybody has a license, they are told to shelter in place at airports, and was hit with an evacuation notice. The fire traveling so fast, 50 kilometers in a single day, that residents who were fleeing the only highway out of Hay River had to turn around because new wildfire hotspots were literally raining embers down on vehicles. People had to head to the airport to just start getting airlifted out. Jean Marie River is also being evacuated. Parts of Enterprise literally burned to the ground last night. There are vehicles left on the side of the highway. And to put that into context for you guys, this is Enterprise. The next closest city is Hay River. It is so extremely remote in the Northwest Territories that I can't even imagine where they would go. Please help us spread awareness about what is going on in the Northwest Territories right now. This is my home. This is Denendeh. This is the land my ancestors have walked on for thousands of years, and it is hurting.
It's funny that both that these fires are threatening like places that are being inhabited by like old generations, old families, old native families for generations. I mean, that's a very, and it's historically. Are we gonna act like burning people out of their village is not like as old as this realm itself, as far as a tactic to get rid of people you don't want there? If you want to take over a place, if you want to conquer a place, this is like how many thousands of movies have like raiders riding on horseback with a torch in their hand, and they go in there lighting all the huts on fire. It's just that they've gotten very fucking sneaky about it now. And they can't just ride through town with a torch and be like, screw you, burn you all. Like it's a little bit more complicated now in modern times, but it's basically the same thing that's going on. I was looking into it. Big Crow hit, Ceiling Fan Man hit, Richard Grove, no issue, Jeff Doherty, no issue, targeting flat earthers. Looks like, really? Yeah, see, I have gotten to the point where I don't really trust Rockfin. Maybe they're trying to get us to leave that platform. They suckered us into joining that platform, and then they screwed us over by just all of a suddenly, raising the price on everybody and changing the way they paid everybody, and the amount that we were getting paid from them in the beginning became like 25% of that, if that. And they don't fix any chat. They don't fix their user interface. They never burned Savannah. It's just too nice. I've heard Savannah is creepy, but I want to go there myself to feel it. To see. Right, Earthship Air? Like, that's one thing that's like, this is age-old stuff that we've seen going on through history. I mean, we've seen it a bunch of times. Like, if they want to take a place, if somebody wants to take a place over, they can burn it out. It's very effective. You can see 100 chats saying comments are being deleted and multiple creators means they've gotten into a Rockfin system, not just one mod password. They want to cram everyone into smart cities? Yeah. Well, here's what we got to do, you guys. We need to start shaming people who are too compliant. Call them retards. Call them fucking retards right to their face. Be like, are you really doing what the TV tells you to do again? You fucking retard? Seriously. That's what we need to do. Just start shaming all of them into non-compliance. Are you really going to be a dipshit again? Turbo cancer, right? You're gonna like see things like died suddenly taking over the news and turbo cancer and blah 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 and all this bullshit, and you guys are gonna listen to the government again? I don't think so. I really just don't think so. This is hilarious. Airsoft. All communists are bastards. We gotta start speed bagging people. What does that mean? Where are gold rush millionaires? Ever heard of that gold rush wealth family? Something happened 1847-48 reset? I don't know. Yep, they wear masks one day and not the next, just like the TV tells them. Retard's one of my favorite words to use. I know retards that can't wait to get re-jabbed. Yeah. You know, here's the thing. Have you ever tried to contact Rockfin about anything? They act like you're bothering them. I really just, I can't even... I mean, I you know, I would like them to get better. I mean, it's cool because they don't ever censor you. It's you know, it's like nothing can ever be like perfect. You can't get on a platform where they don't censor you. They give you a fair profit share off the content that you create for their platform and bring people to their platform. And then, you know, they actually promote your channel and try to get you more viewers. That platform doesn't exist. There's always something wrong with it. Like YouTube has all these tools in place and they could push people to the top and get them exposure like nothing else, but they won't do it if you're anybody who tells the truth or if you're anybody who, you know, who says stuff to try to get people to not buy the fear porn being pushed in the media and then on TV by everybody else. Yeah, you're not going to get any airtime if they have anything to say about it. So like that perfect platform doesn't exist. So while Rockfin has its problems, I mean, it's good because they don't censor us, right? Like they've never censored us. I've never had them say, hey, you can't say that. I've always, like, all through the whole pandemic, I was able to say that all vaccines are poison and COVID's a lie, blah, blah, all that stuff. All the stuff that would get my channel taken down off of YouTube for. So I do appreciate the platform for that. But the perfect platform just doesn't exist. This is why we have to multi-stream to like 10 million different places every time that we stream. Because there isn't one like solid platform. There just isn't. Everybody's trying to push their own agenda or, you know, whatever their thing is. It's never in the favor of anybody getting any real information. Oh my god, you guys, I just realized how our Biden fraudulent government plans to try to take our guns. According to law, no individual who's using a controlled substance can own, buy, or use any firearms. Think about that. Legalized marijuana, medical marijuana. They are collecting a database to get your guns. You gotta stop this nonsense. I mean, I guess I can see your point. I still don't believe it, though. Certainly somebody intentionally attacking, it's childish, blah, 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 yeah. It appears to be the chat, which they outsource, where the attacking is occurring. They outsource the chat? Well, no wonder it sucks. The video of power lines shows fire underneath in Oklahoma. They spray and cause brown dry grass under power lines. Stephanie, yeah, they do that. I live next to a power line, and instead of coming in and like with a machinery and actually clearing the foliage and stuff that's growing around their power line towers, they come in and they spray poison in the power line right next to my house. It's disgusting. They do it every 5 years. And I've seen it happen twice now. I've been here long enough to see it twice. And the last time they did it was, I think it was last year. And the freaking cats all had runny noses. The cats had runny noses right after they sprayed out in the power line for like 2 weeks. They got over it and they're okay now. But you could tell like they got a little bit sick from whatever that they were spraying in the power lines. Comments are now back. Rockfin is as good as it gets. Work harder. Jeff Doherty, oh my god, please just go away. No, I don't have you blocked and I'm not afraid of you. I think you're fucking annoying. Outsource the chat to Chat GPT. Yeah, no kidding. I know. My mother has been hit with turbo cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry, Stephanie. I'm sorry. But you know, there's a lot of alternative treatments to cancer. I don't know if you've looked into that or if your mom's open to stuff like that. Usually when people get cancer, they get really scared and they just do what the doctor tells them, which is totally understandable, but I'm just so sorry about that. I hate how they trim the trees so the lines can still run so the trees are all in U-shape. Yeah, that happens around here too. Or what they did too is they came and they shaved off all the limbs on one side of the tree. I know. Oh, look at the weird stuff going on in my chat now. All the comments got deleted. I just watched them all disappear. Okay, the chat's not fixed. I just watched all the comments disappear in the Rockfin chat. That was weird. Let's put it on screen. Look at, there's no... test. Yeah, the chat... That was weird. They're effing with me? Of course they are. Chat is wonky on all platforms. Look into the Gerson method for cancer, yes. I just don't believe that DH 1977 because Colorado was the first one and they still have weapons, so I don't believe it. I don't believe you. Yeah, there's, okay, Benny Boy, Mark Wood, Gregory, there you go. Yeah, see, you guys are starting to show up now. Okay, I see comments again. Yeah, I would go read up on Amanda Vollmer's website, yummy.doctor, I think is her website, and there's David Wolf and the Gerson method. There's all kinds of things you can look for. What's up, Daryl Davis? Yeah, man, I know. We appreciate the support, You guys are the best. In Canada, it's against the law to use firearm for self-defense. Dude, Canada is a piece of shit toilet. What did Ken Wheeler was saying that Canada is Satan's ball sack now. It has officially become Satan's ball sack. I do think they made it on Rockfin to where you can. Oh, look at they're getting deleted again. You guys look. Did you see that? Did you see that? Deleted again. Look, then he got deleted. Some weird shit going on. The chats are there for a few minutes and then they go away. Ah, and she got deleted. Yeah, the chat's being deleted. Oh my gosh. Go, Gregory, go. Dude, that's hilarious. You guys are so funny. Deleted everything again. That's so weird. Alright, you got no balls. It is the weirdest shit. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. I need to take a break. Or I need to go get more coffee and I'll be right back. I mean... Whoops, wrong! I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Is it still doing it? Vote Davis Sargent. Who's Davis? Oh, Daryl Davis. If they outsource it, then it's definitely being hacked. Yeah, I agree, Benny. That's what's up. That's why. We will be going back to paper and spoken word. You can add mods on Rockfin, but it doesn't work that great, I don't think. Full allopathic, grew up on better living through chemistry, but is very open-minded. Fasting for 48 hours, no sugar, only distilled water. You can buy a distilling machine for under $200. High doses of vitamin C every day, like 10,000 milligrams spirulina for energy and protein. Keep doing so. Is that your Valiant one? Is that your cancer protocol? Yeah, Clive DeCarl, RSO. Yes, ma'am. Read my Skype. Okay. It is a targeted attack, not a glitch. Jaren says, from what you can tell, that over 500 commands to delete were sent during our show. Wow. I mean, it makes sense that it would be targeted. Jaren says Rockfin outsources and would only be able to get info of who from who they outsource to. It is a target, yeah. Magnesium is important too. My son and I are doing a 5-day fast the week before school starts next week. Your school hasn't started yet? Dude, school over here started August 16th. It is so early. It started so early this year. I didn't get it, but whatever. I can't believe you. So your school didn't start yet? Because school is supposed to start in September. So we're getting targeted attacked in our Rockfin chats currently. Fantastic. Oh, who sent me a tip? I can't even see it. Gregory May, thank you for the tip. Cheers, my friend. So, what else has been going on? Does anybody want to call in? 848-222-2480. Do you want to call and say what you think about this lockdown business? Do you guys agree with my theory? I think they're just trying to psych everybody out. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? And what do you think about these fires? Is everybody pretty much, I feel like everybody just assumes it's DEW weapons. And here's what's really funny too. Like, when I share that those pictures, like when I shared that SpaceX picture that everybody was sharing that was a DEW weapons picture, and I was showing everybody it was actually SpaceX, people are commenting underneath, they're like, are you saying DEWs were not used in the fires? Like, as if, like, what if I did? Who, like, is that, if I say that, am I a shill? Am I a government agent if I don't agree or I don't say 100% that DEWs are what started the fires? Because I don't know that that's true. And neither does anybody else, really. You know, like, I'm not going to I think it was arson. I think it was on purpose, 100%. But I don't know that it was dudes that started that fire. And if they come out and, like, with a you know, a story proving you all wrong, you guys are going to look silly. The last three years has been a psych out, yeah. Seems very logical. Mayor Todd Gloria totally saying shelter in place a day before a big weather event. Thanks for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Zulu?
Sipping my coffee and listening to craziness. What is going on in this fucking world? Holy shit.
I don't know, man.
Unbelievable. Now, first, I wanted to ask, the information about the lockdowns coming was an Alex Jones thing? That was the source for that, right?
Yes. He said that he got tip-offs from his government connects that are in the
Gotcha.
Border Patrol and the TSA, and they told him it was coming.
Okay. And just curious, across the pond there in England, they're already starting more bullshit with this new version of this, what do you call it? I forgot, what was it, B1? Or I don't even know what the fuck it is. I don't even pay attention. It's so stupid. So, okay. I was just curious because I don't think they're going to be like, oh, we need lockdowns. These people are fucking doing it themselves already. They're doing it themselves already. They don't even need any more. I see people here driving around with just a mask in their car. I mean, alone with a mask on. It's like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you really doing? You know, and so I don't know about that. I don't know about the lockdown bullshit. I'm sure Flattoberfest is still happening. Canadians might get fucked because of travel. We've always been assholes with them back and forth. So that could happen.
Well, I hope not.
But
One
I don't
of my
think
speakers is Canadian.
Yeah. No, of course not. Of course not. I don't want to see it. Right. right. Absolutely. But I think really that's the thing, because I don't think they're getting new customers as far as getting jabbed. I think the families that have done it and their children, you know, they got them, but I don't think they're getting new people. They're pushing the additional booster. And a lot of those people, even though they've made it plainly clear that people are suffering from it, things are happening, now they're allowing doctors to come on mainstream media and talk about, well, if it was administered incorrectly, if they did it. So now they're coming up with excuses of why it still wasn't the fucking content, that it was the way it was handled. You know, so it's those people. They got them. They're there. They're still going to boost. They're fucking crazy. They're retarded. Okay, yeah. That is retarded. You know, you've been given all the fucking information, and you're still going to be like, no. That the screen told me to. The screen told me to. I have to. I can't. It sucks. Like everybody in the chat was talking about people going away, and I hear them, man. I don't like anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody that I used to know in the real world, because they still talk about this nonsense. It's fucking retarded. I went to take Mr. Mann to sign up for his fucking 5-hour course so he can get his, sign up for the road test. Mm-hmm. And the guy is sitting in the car. This is how he does it. We have to meet him on the street in his car because he doesn't want anyone in the office because of COVID. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, for real? I didn't give a fuck because it was online, so he took it in his own room on his own computer, and it was fine. But that again is retarded. I had to drive to go meet a guy on a street because he's afraid of this imaginary thing.
Wow. That was recently?
Yeah, ridiculous. That was yesterday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Literally yesterday morning. Mm-hmm. He's like, I can't have all these students in my classroom. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't. And it's fucked up because I looked at Kyle and he knew I was screaming inside. Like I wanted to yank the guy out of his car, like inside. And he would just gave me that look like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I need this car. I was like, all right. Yeah. It was tough. I'm dealing with these people. I don't like it. I just watched the movie Cell recently with John Cusack and Samuel Jackson. Actually, I watched that yesterday. Never saw it before. Stupid ending, retarded, but the thing about like the way everybody just was zombified, and it's not quite like the movies that they're running around trying to eat my brains. I mean, they ain't gonna get much here, but they're still zombies. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And the fires, that's a whole nother fucking thing. Like, I definitely am 1,000% on board with everyone that this was planned. They set it up. Somehow they manufactured this. There's a lot of shady, hinky things. Like, I've been watching the mainstream media videos and stuff and what they've been posting to hear, the little bits that slip through. And right away, when you watch all the firefighter stuff, they were immediately complaining, we had no water. Where was the water? They were like, we don't know what to tell people when we're driving past their house and like, we don't have water. Like, what is that? They shut off the water. They left the power on so the lines were energized. That's fucked up. And I didn't know this. Awakened Saint was talking about, and I don't know if I haven't looked into this yet, but I do know that there's a chemical reaction involved with fire. There's actually 4 things, not just the 3 that we've always been taught. The triangle, you got to consider the chemical reaction. And he was saying that the white phosphorus acts like that. It chases the oxygen. And they were showing video of the fire literally crossing 40 foot of pavement, a flame across the pavement, and then catching other organic matter on fire across the street. And even in, a house fire, it really doesn't cross the street. It doesn't do that. You have embers, you have wind blowing stuff around, but it doesn't move like that.
Yeah.
That was definitely a weird thing. I've never seen that. And I've been to house fires, car fires, I was like, that didn't look like anything I had seen, and I've never been in a forest fire. I'll say that. So I can't say that doesn't happen in a forest fire, but.
So what is it that's supposed to do that? What does that?
White phosphorus. He was saying he witnessed that style, in the military. Which is interesting because they've always used that kind of stuff because it'll burn all the vegetation and it's so hot, it'll kill a person quickly. It'll burn right through them.
Oh, yeah. If I Google it, it goes right to munitions.
Yeah. And he was surmising that they may have actually just dumped a cruise missile, because they're traveling at supersonic speeds. I think they're like close to 3,000 miles an hour, like 2,000 miles an hour, something ludicrous. And that might not have been picked up by people. And then, so I don't know. That could have been the cause. Who knows? And then controlling the wind. Why couldn't you do that? I don't know that you could be that precise and move it all around all the rich people's homes, because that was a little shady too. All the billionaire mansions on the coast there, they were fine. And then the entire town where all the people live was gone. And don't worry, everyone. Oprah is okay. She is okay.
Yeah.
She came down the mountain, gave some of the peasants pillows and blankets. So she's doing her job. Fucking disgusting that's what they put on the fucking media. I was like, really? This is what you put up here? I don't even know what to call her or it, but that's what they do. Like, oh, don't worry, the celebrities are okay. What? How about all the people that are done and they already planned to get them the fuck out of there? Tried buying it and they were like, no, we're not going to sell. All right, fine, fuck you. We'll, just like you said, we'll go old school style and just burn you the fuck out. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's pure insanity. And people are saying nothing, doing nothing. The mainstream media is like, oh my God, what climate change? You fucking assholes. Assholes. And like, I also found it very shady. Like Mark was talking about how the chief of police there is the dude from the Aldine Vegas bullshit. It's like, huh. Not a coincidence, I'm sure.
Oh, right. The same incident manager. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what was interesting that I hadn't realized, and this is just me from being in that part of the world, that kind of stuff, he was an incident commander of this big, huge, major incident in the city of Las Vegas. He wasn't even a captain, a chief, or anything. Who decided he was supposed to go up there and talk? Because usually it's a higher up, not just a lieutenant from the scene. He doesn't step up front and become incident commander and take control of everything. And he's the guy, the PR guy and everything. It was just, I hadn't noticed that. It was just, that's also another thing. I'll shut up. Sorry. The white phosphorus. Did you find it?
Yeah, I was
or does
looking
it say anything?
They just talk about how they use it in munitions. It's highly flammable. They put it in bombs.
Yeah. Grenades, everything. Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But he was saying about the chemical reaction about it. I got to look into it. I don't know about that. But I know that is part of it. And it definitely acted weird. Like it was searching out air. Like it was making its own thing. It was weird. I mean, and there's oxygen in our air, right? That'll feed a fire.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's fuel.
Yeah.
Right. Crazy. What else? Oh my God, there's just been so many things this morning already. Fucking people are just nuts. Absolutely nuts everywhere.
Yeah, it seems like right now they're just like dumping everything on everybody to overload everybody.
Yeah, well, because I was just going to say, now we got Southern California, and they had a fucking earthquake yesterday?
Yeah.
What? I mean, I've never experienced one, so I don't know what a 5 feels like, but
I have.
I mean, a little shaking on soft, muddy ground could be bad.
Well, that's what happened in the quake of '89. That's why, like, the Marina District in San Francisco basically crumbled because that was all, like, landfill, you know? It wasn't really, like,
right.
You know? So that's why all that stuff just fell, knocked right over. Right. But a 5.1 earthquake, that's a pretty decent sized earthquake, but it's not, like, devastating for California. Like, that should be they should be fine to handle that, no problem.
Gotcha.
It's really not that big. It's when you start getting to like the 6 and 7s, those are the ones that are really bad. Like there could be damage with a 5, but it's not that bad really. And the difference between a 5 and a 6 is 100 times.
Exponential?
Huh?
Right? Isn't that how it works? It's like exponential. Like a 6 is way, way more than a 5, and then a 7. Oh my God! Like it's like I don't know. Like I thought it was like yeah. So I didn't know. I mean, we've had them here in New York. They said 2s and stuff near here. I never felt anything. I'm clueless. I never noticed. 5 maybe I might notice, but I couldn't imagine after getting dumped because they were saying that they're expecting them to get a year's worth of rain in 4 hours. When that thing hits landfall, the storm.
Wow.
That's a lot of water to handle. Like that, where is that runoff going? You know, they've been flooding the Northeast. They've been having, I say that, but it's been raining so much that all these Northeast towns and stuff are flooding away. And those people don't have flood insurance. Who lives on a fucking mountain with flood insurance? So they get destroyed.
Yeah.
And then, sure, because the insurance companies are real good at this, I'm sure they have some sort of exclusions for all those people that burned in Maui. Something, I'm sure. Whether it be, oh, no, it was the hurricane, but you don't have hurricane insurance, or, you know, it's so weaselly.
Like some way to
Totally
screw
weaselly.
them out of rebuilding on their land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about, I don't know if it's technically like eminent domain type of ruling, but they were saying that they have some type of clause that if you don't have the money or coverage to rebuild the property, the town will take it and you will be evicted because you're not going to be able to rebuild it.
Yeah.
So if they do that to the whole town, then they just build whatever they want. There's a new smart city and all those people are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Weaselly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I found the Richter scale. So a 5 magnitude earthquake is equal to about 20 million kilograms of TNT, and a 6 is 60 million kilograms of TNT, and a 7 is 20 billion kilograms of TNT, and an 8 is 60 billion kilograms of TNT. So it's exponential.
Insane. And what was the one in 89? How big was that?
That was a 7.
That was a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. You know, I just watched the movie Earthquake, and I cannot remember what they said it was. The old one from the 70s with George Kennedy and Charlton Heston. It's so cheesy. I love it. It was in Sense-Around when I saw it in the movie theaters. They just had Dolby speakers so that the room shook. It was so stupid.
Yeah. The let's see. Let me see if I can find out what it would. Magnitude, it says 6.9, 7.2. I don't know why there's 2. Why are there 2? I remember them like reading it one way at one point and then another way at later, like they were saying they changed it. Magnitude, so why is it changed? 6.9 and 7.2. I don't understand that.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine something like that. Like our great-grandkids talking about the quake at 23. They had a 9 and California fell into the ocean. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, that earthquake, I felt that earthquake. That was scary shit. And it did last for a long time, too. Like, because I grew up in California, and so I felt many earthquakes over my lifetime. This one was definitely the biggest, definitely the scariest, and definitely the longest.
I'm sorry, I got to take this call about my truck.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye.
We had a 6.8, 6.9, and 7.2 in about 24 hours and 90. It was nuts. I don't remember that, Daryl. Are you talking about 89 or is that different? A 5 I could barely feel when one happened when I was in school years ago. I could barely feel my desk vibrate. Yeah, 5. It's like you can feel it, but it's not the worst thing. It's definitely the 6 and the 7 area is definitely worse. I don't know why they have 2 readings. Look at all the aftershocks. And I remember feeling tons of aftershocks. See all these 4 and 5 aftershocks? I remember that. Oh, look here at 1990. Were they still calling it aftershocks? in 90 and 91. These still considered aftershocks. I remember feeling earthquakes for very often after that, like the next couple of days. I remember that. It was freaky. And we kept thinking, we were going to get the shit shook out of us again. World Series coverage. Dear. Magnetic disturbances. After the earthquake occurred, a group led by Anthony C. Fraser Smith of Stanford University reported that the event was preceded by disturbances in background magnetic field noise as measured by a sensor placed in Corralitos about 4.5 miles from the epicenter. From October 5th, they reported that a substantial increase in noise was measured in the frequency range 0.01 to 10 hertz. The measurement instrument was a single-axis search coil magnetometer that was being used for low-frequency research. Precursor increases of noise apparently started a few days before the earthquake, with noise in the range of 0.01 to 0.5 hertz rising in exceptionally high levels about 3 hours before the earthquake. The Fraser-Smith et al. Report remains one of the most frequently cited claims of a specific earthquake precursor. More recent studies have cast doubt on the connection, attributing the Corralitos signals to either unrelated magnetic disturbance or even more simply to sensor system malfunction. Property, I said a county is a property. Major property damage in San Francisco's Marina District. 60 miles from the epicenter resulted in liquefaction of soil used to create waterfront land. Other effects included sand volcanoes, landslides, and ground ruptures. Some 1,200 homes and 2,600 businesses were damaged. I remember that. Following the quake, an estimated 1.4 million experienced power losses that were mainly due to damaged electrical substations. Yeah, I remember that. Power was out for a few days after that. That was crazy. And then there was this. All these buildings that were like, they got shook. Collapsed upper portion of the Bay Bridge. Remember that? Anyway. Oh, Zulu, you're still on. My call line. I don't know if you mean to be or not. 1990, right by Petrolia, Ferndale. Huh. It knocked me out of my bed on the floor upstairs in an old Victorian. Yep, I had a earthquake slam me into the wall when I was in bed because I had my bed like in, next to the wall and I was sleeping, and the first part of the earthquake was this huge jolt and it slammed me into the wall, and that's how I woke up, because I hit the wall. It's pretty crazy. Unmute you? Oh, okay. What's up, Zulu?
Hey, I didn't even realize I was still connected. I was talking to the dealership. Sorry about that. You got slammed right off the bed by an earthquake?
Well, Daryl said he got thrown off the bed. I got slammed into the wall the way that it went, because I was like, my bed was right next to the wall in my room, and the first jolt went in the direction that slammed me into the wall. It was pretty crazy. And it woke me up instantly, of course. I was like, oh, shit.
You think about, like, the homes here. We had something like that because they never took any of that into consideration. God, some of them would just collapse. They're freaking wood. And a lot of these here in my area, because when they were built late 1800s, early 1900s, they're balloon frame. They're just like twigs going straight up. They'll just fall right over. There's nothing in between them holding them. So there's like a shear motion. Yeah, when they burn, they burn really fast and then they fall over like that. It's weird. Crazy.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Oh,
buildings?
just that if an earthquake hit here like that in the Northeast.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have, allegedly now we have them. I mean, I guess they've always been around. They've just been so minor. But they've, in the last, 10, 15 years, they've been 2s, 3s and stuff. So I don't know if it's intensifying or what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't even know what causes earthquakes.
Right.
But I would imagine that there's something cyclical about it, just because everything in this realm is based around cycles. So what is the cycle? I don't know.
Right.
or who knows?
Right? Could it just be waves and ripples going all around the earth, the flat earth, going back and forth, even through the land? Maybe, I don't know. And it seems like if they're manipulating it, like this, I don't know. It seems like you could do everything with resonance, sound, waves, microwaves, whatever, just changing things, the way they're moving, reacting. I don't know. It's crazy. All right, I'll let you go. I don't know if you had anybody else going to call in. I don't know what everybody's doing. They're all busy drinking their coffee. I'm on my second cup.
I don't know. I think for the most part, it's usually early for people and not a lot of people call. Plus, I'm on my backup channel. But nobody else is on the call board right now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Fell to 3. Billington says fell to 3.5 here in Michigan a few years ago. Not very common at all in this area. Yeah. When I first moved here in 2011, that was when that earthquake happened. It was in Virginia, and I actually felt it here in North Carolina, but ever so slightly. Like, it was so faint. If there had been a car driving by on the road, I would not have noticed it. The only reason I did notice it is because I felt the shaking, and there was no big trucks driving down the road at the time. And I was like, okay, that was weird. That felt like an earthquake. And then on the news, they started talking about how there was an earthquake. So it was just weird.
Yeah, it does seem to me anyway that there's been extreme weather or environmental things in different places that it hasn't always occurred, that we haven't always observed it happening there, like just weird stuff. And again, I don't know, can't prove that they are weather manipulating, but it sure as hell seems like all points, everything points to yes. Mm-hmm. They're fucking with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they admit that they do things and then they hide it with other facts, and then they post up, a retard, and put a flat earth name on it. So now everybody's like, oh, look at those guys. They're retards. No, that's not everybody. That's one fucking guy. Okay? That's one schmuck that fucking lost his shit or is an agent, whatever. Because that is real. There's no doubt that shit is real. That there's people in chats that aren't even people that, anybody has ever met or know. I believe that 100%. That's manipulated, and maybe now it is just AI. Like I was joking before, they outsourced the chat to the CIA chat GPT. I don't, who knows?
Yeah. I was in the Virginia earthquake.
Yeah, I just saw that.
And then all the memes going around with the chair knocked over. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, oh, jeez. No, I didn't see those yet. That is funny. When is the storm Hillary hasn't made landfall yet, right? Or is it today?
Hillary? Is it tropical storm?
Oh, they downgraded to tropical storm. It's no longer hurricane.
Oh, I don't know. That's what I was asking, if it was tropical storm or hurricane.
Well, it was originally listed as Hurricane Hillary. I don't know if it's been downgraded.
I spelled it wrong. Live updates. Officials warn worst of the storm has yet to come as Hillary makes landfall. That was this morning, early this morning. Tropical storm Hillary slammed Southern California with a deluge of rainfall, flooding roadways and breaking records in parts of the region. And on Sunday, as it made a historic arrival, the National Weather Service warned of record-breaking rainfall and possibly life-threatening impacts by Sunday evening. Several records for daily rainfall amounts had already been broken in Los Angeles area, the Weather Service said. What's known about the storm? Tropical storm Hillary made landfall Sunday on the Baja California peninsula of Mexico. Okay, so now I get why people are sharing the Mountain Dew Baja Burst or whatever. I was like, what does that have to do with Maui? Whatever, you know?
Oh, right.
Okay, so Baja California
Right.
with catastrophic and life-threatening flooding.
I meant like the predictions, the Maui burst, the Maui blast, and Baja blast. Like it was, how like the Simpsons always hide shit, and there people are like, wait a minute, they fucking said this 20 years ago, that kind of crap. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. A person drowned Saturday in the Mexican town of Santa Rosalia on the peninsula's eastern coast. Rescue workers managed to save 4 other people. Forecasters warned of life-threatening flooding in areas not known for rainfall and said strong winds might down trees and power lines. Huh.
Yeah, flash flooding is no joke. The last one that we had here, we had a woman die on her street.
Wow.
How do you drown on the street?
Yeah, flash
They
flooding.
had to do water rescue.
Yeah, I don't think people realize, like, in these dry areas, how bad it is when they get a sudden, like, monsoon of rain. Because the water, the ground is so dry that it can't absorb water. It almost becomes hydrophobic. And the water just runs down down wherever to the lowest point because the ground can't absorb it fast enough. And that's like why, like in Arizona, you'll see shit go crazy. Like when they get a big monsoon, they get flooded like mad. It's crazy.
It only takes an inch of water to float your car.
Really?
Like it won't. Yeah, in an inch of water, you won't like be like buoyant like a boat and floating around, but it's enough to get enough
like you can
buoyancy that it
hydroplane?
will push you off the road.
Like if you're driving.
Yeah, it will push you off the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stop in an inch of water, and it will be enough to push your car off the roadway. Yeah, you can't fuck with water. Can't fuck with water. People are so retarded.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And maybe it's all retarded because nobody ever taught them or showed them, but it's ridiculous how dangerous it is. Like with us, with water rescue, one of the things they're like, and again, this is only at, basic levels. I don't do water rescue, but we're not allowed, you take off all your bunker gear, you take off anything that's big, heavy that'll weight you down, and you don't even tie yourself off. You don't get tied off because if the water sucks you, it's going to fold you in half, get around your neck, choke you. So like, it's very, very hazardous. And some people, I think, because they're just impatient, I can get across this roadway. And then now you just put 30 firefighters at risk to try and get your stupid fucking ass. Like that pisses me off. We'll still go. We'll go. But it's like, that pisses me off. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I remember one we had here, the hurricane. After the hurricane, we had a rescue. It wasn't bad though. It was a nice new silver Toyota Avalon with 2 dumb schmuck kids, and we were like, "What the fuck are you doing out here, man? Why are you out here? And what made you think you could drive through that?" And they were like, "Well, we just wanted to see the damage." And I'm like, now you're part of it. That car is totaled. I promise you, because I'm an insurance dude. So stupid. So stupid. They don't think. Nobody thinks. No common sense.
Right. Here's what I want to know. If they already tell us that they can make it rain, how come they don't make it rain over the wildfires?
Right. Because they want it to burn. Like that whole one right above us in New York is fucked up. That was the eeriest days. Those orange hazardous fucking toxic days that we had here when they started. It was creepy. It was like the Day of the Comet, like that movie. Like the whole sky was just orange. Like, because I kept thinking, what are they attacking us with? So it's air quality and flooding is what they're doing to the Northeast. They're burning Hawaii. Fucking crazy. And what's a smart city even going to be? Is that going to be like a lockdown city? Like you don't even do anything, go anywhere?
Yeah, like the 15-minute city where you don't have to go any further than 15 minutes from your house for anything.
Right, they'll all live in their little own Truman Show on the island. And did you have any idea how much property Oprah bought on that island?
Yeah, like 1,000 acres from what I read.
Oh, idea. Holy, that would literally be $1 billion probably, because the prices are ludicrous. I said, my brother, he wanted to be a cop in Hawaii when he retired and live on the beach because they dropped their age limit. Nobody wants to be cops there. And there's no age limit. If you can pull a trigger and drive a car, you could be a cop in Hawaii. And he was looking at property and he goes, check this out. And I looked it up. It was $200,000. It was literally a 20 by 20 square plot of dirt. I was like, what? And then the house next to it, which was maybe a little bit bigger than a tiny home and just like a barely border of grass, was $1.1 million. I was like, what? The property values are insane there. You know, I mean, they're not making any more property. So burn them out and let the rich people buy it and build their smart cities.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Oh, I have another
What
caller.
is that? What is that?
What? The diagram?
That flood you're showing up.
That's cloud seeding.
Oh, behind on the video. I saw flooding.
Yeah, I was showing little cloud seeding things because they know how to make it rain. That's what I don't get, dude. They know how to make it rain.
We've had that in California for years. You can pay the companies and they come and fly over your property, seed the clouds, and make it rain over your property. That's 20-year-old technology.
Well, it says they've been doing it since the 40s.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as I know, publicly, but I'm sure they've been doing it, like you said, since the 40s, earlier probably. They've been experimenting forever. And then it's weird from other, like, it wasn't even, it was space stuff. John Lear talking about aliens and shit. And he brought up a thing. There was a document or a pamphlet or something that the Air Force had. Somebody got at a meeting and it said owning the weather by 2025. And this was like, 2010, 2011, something like that. I saw it. I never thought anything of it.
Look at this. I just found this cloud seeding thing for Dubai, right? Because they're always there. They love to make their fake snow and their fake weather, right? So in Abu Dhabi, Mateo Systems has built 5 sites with 10 emitters, each in the deserts of Abu Dhabi. When the relative humidity at the ground reaches 30% or more, the emitters are switched on, and the charged particles attached to so-called condensation nuclei in the clouds where water droplets form. Ions allow the nuclei to survive longer, giving water droplets more time to grow, and then it starts to rain. The towers generate ions, particles with negative electric charge.
You can put that
it's like a mini HARP system.
Sell it as a cell tower, and nobody would even know. How do we get so much rain now?
The towers are 33 feet tall.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
Hey Zulu, I got another caller. Do you want to hold on or?
No, I can go. I'll let you go. That's
right.
awesome. I love you. Had
All
a
right.
great time. Thank you.
Thanks for
Have
calling.
fun.
You're on with Coffee Talk. Who's this?
It's Cammy. He could have stayed on the phone with us.
Oh, okay.
It would have been fine.
Okay. Well,
So just a
he already
couple of
hung
things.
up.
When you were looking at the long chemtrails, to me that looked like Harper DARPA as far as like where they modulate and put the sound waves and make those lines continue on. I couldn't really tell because it was fairly small on my screen and fuzzy, so maybe I'm off on that.
Yeah, I think there was one that looked like that too, but there's a part of the video where very faintly you can see the little lines appearing that it's weird.
Yeah, I did not get my reading glasses for that. Rothman, I was going to say what was going on in the things because I see it. I'm noticing too that if you pull it up there, you do have messages in there, and the people, it is being selectively targeted and deleted either by somebody with moderator rights, which I don't know if you know this, but if you're a moderator in Rockton on one channel, you're a moderator on all the channels. So whatever one you go into, so it could be a creator or a moderator, or it could just be somebody that granted themselves that right. They are leaving the ugly messages up about Rockton. Like, for instance, if you go into it, you can't even get a full screen. It's auto-rotate functional. What a disaster. And that. And these are true things. But these people specifically, whoever's targeting it, wants to, I think they're targeting like flat earthers and wanting people to get away from Rockton. In other words, saying that Rockton sucks. I don't know what's the right thing because whoever's targeting it, the chat is separate. The chat was added, I guess, after the fact on Rockton, and it's not part of the stream or the Rockton security. And I know my son looked into it. He's pretty tech savvy, and he said Rockton, their security and everything, the stream security is good. They do a good job, but the chat is obviously outsourced to another company and brought in, and it's through the chat that the attack is coming, and it's coming from one user. Again, either it could be just a moderator that's just sitting there and hitting the delete over and over and over, or it could be somebody that's sending packets to delete messages, to the chat. It's impossible to tell because you wouldn't, only the people that have the code on the outsourced chat would, in other words, I don't think Rockton would be able to look at it, is what he says. They would have to go to who they outsource the chat to. But it does kind of suck. But on the other hand, we're being targeted as flat earthers. If you see, I was noticing, I peeked in this morning, and the crow ones have been hit, and anywhere they were. So I saw they were in Ceiling Fan this morning, and that one got hit in different ones. But non-flat Earth streams like Richard Grove or Jeff Doherty or those are not being affected at all. And it looks, again, very selective at specific flat earthers. And I think what it is trying to get people to get away from Rockton. So just my 2 cents on it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. There's just so much. It's just crazy right now.
It is crazy. This one on the logs. My son went into the logs last night, and during the Globebuster show, there were over 500 delete message commands sent from one user ID, location, or whatever, and I sent it to you. But again, there's no way to say who that person is by what we're looking at. It just has an ID, so that would be whoever does it. But it's obviously one specific person just trying to wreak havoc. And to me, if you let like one person win on it, and Cody, it wasn't me. By the way, I'm Aisling. They were letting my messages stand in the chat too, and again, I think they tried to make people. They're trying to wreak havoc.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kids, somebody with too much time on their hands. So yeah. And like you said, this always happens whenever you get around Flattoberfest, and it could be that like everybody is being targeted on there. They seem to almost like have some type of connection with that. So I think that's a possibility too.
Yeah. I really do. I mean, it's to me, it's obvious. Right in the last few months, right before the event, is when it always gets the worst. So
Every year.
every year.
Every year. And it happened too, even with the FEIC conferences. Again, it's an intensity of when momentum gets going to try to get infighting and trying to get just again chaos going. So I think the best thing is again we don't give people like that our attention. We work on getting it fixed. But this is just a child in the chat that's having a tantrum. So don't not subscribe to Rockfin over a troll doing it. We do appreciate the support there. They do need to clean up and get some things better. So the two things are very separate, but it is nice having a platform that you can say anything on. Again, it would be nice if it would get cleaned up. But I do know that, like, again, the external chat and the attack is not coming in from Rockfin. It's coming externally just through the chat program.
Okay. Well, I guess it's good it's not
And I
coming
know
from
that
within
I think
Rockfin.
it's kind of good. It's not a Rockfin glitch, but I mean it is somebody malicious intentionally doing it is what it is, and we've never had that before. So I don't know. Roll on happy Monday, but let's get past it and show them that we're not so easily melted or so easily dissuaded.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
We've had worse, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's for damn sure.
They've been doing it to us for years, and we're still here.
And as we look through, and it's hard to anymore without a VPN or anything. It's hard to even search for different countries and bring up anything flat Earth unless you really target specifically. But I have noticed, even Googling, if you go into it, doesn't matter if you say flat Earth Ghana or flat Earth. It doesn't matter what country you put in there, you can find that people exist all over. And it really is getting to be more of a well-known thing everywhere. And I don't know how many people were here in 2015 and that, but again, in Indonesia, in Asia, in all of these communities, there are people in all of these places. They've been disconnected through YouTube into the chats anymore. They're not there via there, but I guarantee you, they're all there. We're just not seeing them.
All right. What else is going on,
And
Cammie?
hello, Michelle.
How are you?
It's just Monday morning doing cleanup and trying to get some things ready and going here. I love the Flattoberfest promo. Turned out excellent.
Thank you.
And I'm thinking of, though this probably isn't the place, but we'll do it anyway. On the tech show, what are your thoughts about, the divides where you have the people, it's an infinite, no, it's a dome, no, it's a this, no, it's a that. What do you think the show topic just showing that, these are all just possibilities, things that work from it, but none of these possibilities are exclusive from each other. In other words, there's no reason you can't have a dome and an infinite or a building of people that are always doing the either or to me on things that, again, are unknown and we're not able to get the information on it, enough information to say for sure what it is. You can pick out certain factors that are true. The way we, again, I won't go into details, but you can't actually go out, test, physically get your hands on these things. So at this point, they're possibilities. And people grab onto possibilities, in my opinion, and they think, okay, this is the possibility, this is what I believe. And they rule out all other possibilities with it when, in fact, to me, there's no reason, most of these things, the flat, a dome and the sky being flat, both of these things, components can exist together. Just because one is there doesn't mean the other one is there. So you can have a Gaussian plate or the electric inertial plane and still have a field, a magnetic field with rounded properties that would create a dome-like thing. In other words, the properties of both, to me, should be there. And I sit there and watch people fight. No, it has to be this, and no, but it has to be this because of that. But again, in reality, I think both both things are probably there. And just because one thing is there does not mean another thing is not there too. It's like we think things have to be mutually exclusive when almost everything, in fact, everything in nature works in system and in tandem. So it's not usually something that you can isolate that quickly out that it is this one thing. So what do you think of that as an idea?
I think that's a great idea. Sure. That'd be a great discussion.
Or any other ideas that people have. I think Kyle's got a new idea in the chat too, or things to go to. But people that have ideas that they'd like to go to on the tech show, suggest them out. Tell Karen, tell me, tell Zach, tell anybody, and we'd like to cover them.
Yeah, he was saying let's talk about what we know about Tesla.
That would be excellent on Tesla. There is a lot of things we know and don't know, and I know that's a great subject with Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I know, you like to go more into the crystal part of it, but I enjoy the electrical and the Tesla parts of it. I just...
I enjoy all of it, too. It's all connected, like you say, like it's all part of the system.
It is.
I just happen to be...
You can't take out a piece and have it work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's never can be just that one piece.
Right. I
don't know, or I could be crazy, but that's how it works in my, at least the way I'm sorting it in my mind is that, like, looking at the different pieces, going to an either or scenario is kind of arrogant and crazy at this time in a way, when again your properties are there and there's no reason they can't work they would have to work in compatibilities or together as a system, because that's, again, these shapes do. It's not one shape or another. It's a lot of them out there when you're talking about getting to our sky and the way that we visualize things. There's a lot of stuff out there to consider.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a good...
Thank you, Liz, at Iron Maiden. Not anything is everything. I agree with that. I'll take that as a t-shirt quote. And with that, I think I'll refill my coffee and let everybody go and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
All right, Cammie, thank you for calling.
And hopefully I'll see you Sure, maybe I'll get to see you a little bit later this week.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. I can't find any info on Trump being arrested. Apparently, yeah, I just tried to search that. I see this USA Today. Trump was arrested Tuesday. What you need to know about the arraignment and charges. This is April 5th. All charges are felonies. All charges are for falsifying business records. For the first time in history, a former U.S. president surrendered to law enforcement and was placed under arrest. Donald Trump's arraignment Tuesday thrust the U.S. criminal justice system into dramatically new territory, testing the durability of courtroom rules and legal procedures, 34 counts. An indictment unsealed Tuesday. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg charged Trump with 34 felony counts for falsifying New York business records through a catch-and-kill scheme designed to conceal damaging information and unlawful activity before the 2016 election. So, there's that. I don't know how legitimate these charges are. I honestly don't care. But that was April. Trump pleads not guilty in historic federal indictment. So he already pled not guilty. Blah, blah, blah. Trump expected... Here's this one, August... This is recent. Trump expected to be booked at Fulton County Jail, sheriff says. Do we believe this? They're going to actually put Trump in jail? Former President Donald Trump is expected to surrender at the Fulton County Jail. Okay, well, I haven't heard of that. Along with 18 other co-defendants charged on Monday in the Georgia 2020 election subversion case. Trump, who was charged with 13 counts, including racketeering, has not publicly indicated when he intends to surrender ahead of the August 25th deadline. So the deadline's not even reached yet. The 25th deadline imposed by Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis. The statement from Fulton County Sheriff's Office addressed the key question of where the former president would be arrested and processed as a criminal defendant. At this point, on guidance received from the District Attorney Office and the presiding judge, it is expected that all 19 defendants named in the indictment will be booked at the Rice Street Jail. Keep in mind, defendants can turn themselves in at any time. The jail is open 24/7. Blah, blah, blah. Most defendants charged, this is from CNN, by the way, just keep that in mind. Most defendants charged in Fulton County are typically booked at the Fulton County Jail, blah, blah, blah. So they're expecting him to turn himself in, and he's got until the 25th to do it, apparently. Forbes.com. Here we go. Trump will surrender at Georgia jail this week. Here's what to expect as he may get first mugshot. Former President Donald Trump will surrender to authorities in Fulton County, Georgia by Friday afternoon at the latest. So that's that's when the deadline is, right? August 25th, and likely get his first mugshot as he faces his fourth indictment on charges stemming from his and allies' efforts to overturn the state's 2020 elections. Former President Donald Trump at Iowa State. When will Trump surrender? Trump and other co-defendants in the case are required to surrender to authorities by noon Friday. CNN reporting Trump is likely to do so on Thursday or Friday. Where will it take place? Trump will be booked at Fulton County Jail on Rice Street, which is known for having particularly poor conditions, with the Justice Department launching a civil rights investigation into the facility in July. What? What will happen once he turns himself in? Will he get a mugshot? Trump will get a mugshot as other defendants at the prison do, saying he would follow normal practices unless told otherwise. Will he appear in court? Blah, blah, blah. Trump is not expected to be held in custody, though Georgia law states judges can release defendants on bail as long as they aren't a flight risk, aren't a threat to the community, don't pose a risk of committing a felony before trial, and no significant risk of intimidating witness or otherwise obstructing the administration of justice, the last of which could be more of an issue for Trump given messages he sent targeting people involved with the investigation. When will the place go to trial? Trials to start March 4th, 2024. Oof. 13. That's the number of state charges against Trump in Fulton County, including for racketeering, known as RICO charges, solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer, conspiracy to commit impersonating a public officer, conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree, false statements in writings, conspiracy to commit false statements in writings, filing false documents, and conspiracy to commit filing false documents. Each felony charge carries a potential prison sentence if convicted, ranging from 1 to 20 years depending on the count, and most could also or instead be punishable by a fine. Surprising fact, if Trump's convicted, it will be difficult for him to receive a pardon at least anytime soon. Georgia state law does not allow governors to pardon convicted felons, but rather entrust that power to an independent board. It's also not possible to apply for a pardon until at least 5 years after the person's sentence has been completed. Whatever. So there you go. Trump has till Friday to turn himself into the jail. Allegedly. RICO charges, yeah. This is old news. He's getting new accounts this week, though. It's all political theater. Lowry, I can't disagree with that. Appalachian Mountains, Rockies, rural areas are cool, etc. But me, the shit hits the fan. I think Alaska. I don't know. I'm not leaving my home until it's like out of complete desperation. Like I don't want to leave. The people who make it suck need to leave. This, if he doesn't on Friday, he becomes a fugitive. This all could lead to civil war. I want to see the traitors hang. Wow. I'm calling it now. Trump did not Epstein himself. Yeah, I don't know, man. No comments in Rockfin again. He did not shank himself 666 times in the shower. That's right. So that's the deal. Remember when all of Trudeau bootlickers made fun of us because we said Bill C-18 is just a censorship bill and that we were just conspiracy theorists? Well, another conspiracy just confirmed. Over the past 24 hours, some of the largest content creators across Canada have lost their Instagram accounts and following. Meta, Facebook, and Instagram warned that beginning in August, Canadians would no longer be able to view or share news content on their social media. This has begun already, by the way. This was in response to the Trudeau government's passing of Bill C-18 in June, which would mandate digital companies, i.e. Google and Meta, financially pay traditional news organizations for clicks on the links to their news content. In response, Meta said they will begin a rollout of content restrictions in August for Canadian accounts, which may meet any of the following criteria: producing news content of public interest, regularly employing 2 or more journalists in Canada, operating in Canada, blah blah blah. Belonging to recognized journalistic association. Australia passed similar legislation to Trudeau's government, which also resulted in fan pages, community pages, and group accounts outside traditional news media organizations being banned from Facebook online platform. After public backlash, Australia amended the legislation within weeks, reversed the bans. But they're not, I don't know, they're still got the ban going in Canada. The little dictator of Canada is mad that he doesn't get to dictate what social media companies do with their platforms. C-18. Bill C-18. Bill C-11 and C-18, I guess.
To refuse to accept that. Extremely disappointing to see that Facebook continues to refuse to accept its responsibility towards our democracies by refusing to pay the fair share for Canadians to get local news and independent, rigorous journalistic content.
I want to show you the devastating side effects of Justin Trudeau's shakedown of social media companies. It's putting Canadian lives at risk and has resulted in the deprivation of the dissemination of information Canadians need when they need it in a time of crisis. The Northwest Territories is burning. Over half of the territory's residents are under evacuation orders and are currently being absorbed by communities here in Alberta. It's a scary time and people's lives depend on quick access to information where they consume the information. And a lot of times where they consume it is Facebook. People need to know about evacuation flights, they need to know about road closures, they need to know about how and when they can get to safety and where they should go to find it. But Justin Trudeau has tried to extort money from social media companies to bail out his enablers in the mainstream media. His new law, Bill C-18, forces social media companies to pay news organizations when a link to their content is shared on a social media platform. Think about it this way, because that's kind of confusing. It's like making the paper boy pay the newspaper company for the privilege of giving you the newspaper. Doesn't make any sense, right? C-18 is called the Online News Act, but in essence, it prevents Canadians from getting news online. Because in response to Justin Trudeau's shakedown, Facebook's parent company Meta has cut off access to Canadian news, preventing links, videos, and articles from being shared on Facebook and Instagram. And that has very real-world consequences, besides denying Canadians the ability to consume information in the way they want to consume it. Trudeau's meddling in a system that wasn't broken so he could line the pockets of failing news companies with big tech's money is putting Canadian lives at risk. I want to show you this interview with Global News and Yellowknife's mayor, Rebecca Alty, talking about the evacuation of her city of 20,000 people. Look at this.
And just quickly, I wanted to ask you, we know information is critical during emergency, but with Facebook and Instagram removing access to Canadian news stories and links, are you worried at all about how you're getting that critical information out to residents?
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting time with that legislative change happening. We do have great local media, and I know residents are going right to those web sources. The territorial and city, myself, we've all still got the Facebook, but it does have an impact. Residents not being able to share stories, I can see that. But folks have been really good at just consulting the news sources directly in the websites.
Well, thank you again so much for your time, and we're hoping for the best here. Stay safe.
Thank you.
You can see the journalist in the clip tried to set this up as just an arbitrary decision by Facebook and Meta to drop Canadian news content. But Mayor Alty, rightly, quickly, recontextualizes the problem as a problem with the change in legislation, which it is. Meta is only reacting to Trudeau's poorly thought out shakedown. But even as our cities burn, and people struggle to get...
Is Meta just reacting to Trudeau, or are they in cahoots? That would be the question I have to ask. I think it's pretty convenient for them to just blame Facebook. So what is Bill C-18? What is that? An act respecting online communications platforms that make news content available to persons in Canada. So they're saying you can't get news because of this bill, but the name of the bill literally is telling you respecting online communications platforms that an act respecting online communicator that make news content available to persons in Canada. How deceptive is that title? For any inconsistency, overview. The act would regulate digital news intermediaries that make news content produced by news outlets available to persons in Canada. Search engines and social media services fall within the definition of digital news intermediary. Messaging services that primarily allow persons to communicate with each other privately would be excluded from the scope of the act. The act will only apply to digital news intermediaries if there is a significant bargaining power imbalance between the operators of the digital news intermediary and the news outlets producing the news content a digital news intermediary makes available. This will be determined according to statutory criteria such as the size of the digital news intermediary, whether it occupies a prominent market position, blah, blah, blah. A digital news intermediary may also be exempted from the act if its operator has entered into agreements with the news businesses that satisfy certain conditions, such as providing fair compensation to news businesses and contributing to the sustainability of Canada's news marketplace. A new bargaining regime to govern the making available of news content. The operators of dominant digital news intermediaries to which the Act applies would be subject to a new duty to bargain with eligible news businesses, which may bargain individually as a group. This duty to bargain would arise when the eligible news business initiates bargaining with a digital news intermediary organization subject to the Act. The bargaining process would involve up to 3 sequential types: bargaining sessions, mediation sessions, and final offer arbitration. Bill C-18 aims to enhance fairness in the economic relationship between news businesses and online platforms by enhancing the bargaining position of news businesses relative to that of large and dominant digital news intermediaries. The Act would not apply to digital news intermediaries unless there is a significant bargaining power imbalance. Huh. The bill would grant new roles and powers to the Commission. The Commission's new responsibilities would include drafting a code of conduct to guide negotiations, determining which news businesses are eligible to participate, maintaining a list of digital news intermediaries in which the Act applies, determining when a digital news intermediary may be exempt from the regime because voluntary negotiated agreements satisfy statutory criteria, blah, blah, blah. The Commission would also have the power to draft regulations to govern various aspects of the operation of the Act, so they can change it whenever they want. Right to freedom of expression. May provide a limited right of access to documents in the possession of government bodies. Ugh. God, reading this hurts my freaking head. So they figured out some way to cut the news off that's completely unrelated to what type of news people are sharing. They're just making it, they figured out a way to like basically block all news, blanket block, and make it not about any sort of controversial subject. They're trying to they're making it like a monetary issue, which that's fucking shady.
Given the fires and everything. Bill C-18 is proving to be a disaster for Canadians. And it is safe to say that Google and Meta are at war with the federal government. If you try and share news articles from news sources, this is the notification you get.
Wait. Why does this broad think that Google and Meta would be at war with the government? We're fucking not at war with the government. The government is telling them how to censor everybody. The government gives them the rules, they give them the narrative to follow, and then they bend the knee. They're not at fucking war, you idiot. They're working together.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister. Going back to your comments about Facebook, the company is only responding to your government's legislation that was passed earlier this year. So will you back down or change on C-18? Because they're saying that that's why they're blocking news.
The legislation we passed says that companies like Facebook that share local news on their sites, that allow people to share local news, should be sharing themselves some of the profits they make from advertising on Facebook, from sharing that information. It is Facebook's decision to put corporate profits ahead of allowing Canadians to access the news. Instead,
wait, hold on. He's going to say it's Facebook's decision.
Instead of making sure
he figured out how to skirt the blame and be a shit ass.
Advertising profits Facebook makes off of Canadians with the professional journalists and local news organizations that keep Canadians informed, they are choosing to block access to their sites or access from sharing important local news. This is Facebook's choice. We're simply saying that in a democracy, quality local journalism matters, and it matters now more than ever before when people are worried about their homes, worried about communities, worried about the worst summer for extreme weather events we've had in a long, long time. Facebook is putting corporate profits ahead of our democracy and our well-being, and that's why Canada is not alone in standing up to say to the web giants that they have a responsibility to ensure Canadians can access quality local news in our democracy and around the world.
And they should pay for the privilege to do so. I mean, it's ridiculous. Basically, you just figured out how to make everything worse and blame somebody else for it. Like, what the fuck? If any Canadian lives are in danger due to the lack of access to the news on Meta, it's entirely on the Liberals. I don't know. Trudeau Liberals are still refusing to go back on C-18 even as communities being evacuated in Northwest Territories find themselves unable to access the news on social media. I mean, it's crazy, man. They don't want people sharing the news and then having a conversation about it. You know, that's what it looks like to me. Like, why wouldn't they allow it to be shared on a social program where people can share stuff like privately? They don't even have to share stuff publicly. Like, if people are sharing stuff to friends only on their wall, like a news article like that, there's no fucking advertising revenue from that. Their advertising is just on the feed in general. It's not like attached to a specific thing. I think it's all bullshit, man. I mean, maybe it works a different way than I'm thinking, but I think it's bullshit. If I need your survival. Yeah. He's a liar. What do their profits have to do with sharing news? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need a monkey wrench. Why do you guys need wrenches? Everybody reporting these days is what Karen is doing right now, period. What does that mean? Just making shit up? I'm not making anything up. I'm not sure what that means. Politicians just tell people what they want to hear, then go away and do nothing. Well, yeah. Well, they go away and they do a bunch of self-serving shit. It's not that they do nothing. They do a bunch of shit that serves them and screws everybody else over. You see? So it's actually worse than them doing nothing. If they did nothing, then we would be allowed to grow and to flourish. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason we can't have nice things is because there's too much government. Because of the government. That's why we can't have nice things. If they didn't do anything, if they didn't constantly do shit to mess everything up, then things would be a lot better. It might mean no news was harmed. I mean, there's not even any trolls right now. Yeah, I don't really care, really, but here's the thing with these wrenches, like, the only reason I don't like having too many wrenches in my chat, even though I already do, is because, like, if on the very rare occasion that a new person comes to the chat, they feel all intimidated, like they don't want to say hi because there's all these wrenches in the chat and they think they're just going to get hammered, you know? And I like it better when, I want people to feel comfortable, like come in and say, hey, I'm new to Flat Earth, or is this a Flat Earth? Is that real? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't like it to be too intimidating. It's not like anything against anybody or anything like that. I just feel like people would feel better to chat if it wasn't wrenches everywhere. Because I'll see people make comments, they're like, why are there so many wrenches here, you know? And I feel like, oh, is it bad? Like, I don't want people to feel bad, like they can't chat, you know? I want them to come in and, like, be engaged and, you know, and start, you know, whatever. So, I don't know. Not hammered, not but wrench, says the guy with a wrench. I smashed a troll, yeah. When do I get I still have it. I'm hiding it, Lowry. I'm hiding my original account from the interwebs so that they don't take it from me. But what I might do, though, this week is I may go in there and I may make everything private and just have Flattoberfest promos on the channel. Yeah, Mad Wrenches can be intimidating. That's what people say. And that's why I like, you know, I want people to chat. No, it doesn't mean wrenches are the cool people. It just means they're moderators. And if a troll comes, that they can delete somebody saying nasty things, or they can share links. It's not about being cool or not being cool. You know, it's just Lowry should be the only wrench. I don't know about that, Nathan. Noobs had no chance. Yeah, see, I mean, some people like to do that. Like, if you go to Marty Leeds' chat, everybody's got wrenches. But he just gives them out like candy, you know? So he does the opposite, where he just gives everybody a wrench. But I don't really want to do that either, because I do get trolled. And I get trolled by other flat earthers too, so yeah, that's not happening. It's just it definitely doesn't make you cool. All you blue wrenches, you guys are not fucking cool. I just want you to know that right now. Wrench equals power. No, it doesn't. See, that's the misconception. You know? And you're not supposed to think about it that way. It's just the whole point of having moderators is to, you know, like sometimes remember there for a while all those sex bots that were coming into the chat, the little like, oh, you know, it was like never ending for months. All it is just a way to combat stuff like that, or people who want to troll. I mean, that's it. Or, like I said, to post links, you know, it's not, there's nothing else really special about it. It's about crushing people's dreams. No! I just would like, I would like to at least try to keep it to where if somebody new comes into the chat, they would feel like they would want to participate and not be intimidated. And I feel like some people do get intimidated by that. So it's not like anything personal. It's not like I, you know, just... That's it. That's my whole reasoning, in case you guys are ever wondering. Arlette Weege, thank you so much for the tip on Rockfin. Appreciate you. I really do appreciate you guys. Everyone who watches, shares the stream, all your support. You guys are really the best. All power corrupts wrenches. It's too funny. I cry about not having a wrench here every night. I cry myself to sleep alone. Come on, Ray, that's too funny. It's too funny. All right, you guys. Well, it's creeping up on 1:30. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope that, you guys are all just trying to, keep your spirits up, Don't believe the hype. Don't let these creeps, try to psych you out. Everybody run around, the lockdowns are coming. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. And I think it's really funny that people say that the media lies all the time, but then they decide to believe the media when there's a big scary. Ooh, it's big scary. Now they're telling the truth. Come on, you guys. Come on. I think it's a psych out. And I am moving forward. Flattoberfest is going to happen 2023, October 21st and 22nd in Las Vegas. We're going to have a blast. That's it, man. 2 months. 2 months to Vegas. It's crazy how even truthers cherry pick what they want to believe in as reality. This is fake and lies, but this must be real. 99% of the news on TV, social media is Wag the Dog Productions. You know what, Thomas? I agree with that. Yeah, lockdowns require consent. Don't give it. That's facts. Facts. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. What else? Let's see. What's today? Monday. Oh, Tuesday, tomorrow. Mark Sargent and I will be back with episode 421 of Strange World, 2 months to Vegas. And then, of course, on episode 422, Steph will be back. So we'll have Stefan back from the Deftones. And what else? Thursday, we have Glowbusters Tech. So you can join us over at the Glowbusters channel for Glowbusters Tech every Thursday at 7 p.m. And we like to cover the nerdy subjects and get in depth about, learning stuff and, getting everything explained so that we can get a better understanding of how things work in the world around us. And of course, Saturday, anti-religious scripture study, and Monday, back to coffee talk. So I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. And most importantly, I hope to see all of you in Las Vegas at Flattoberfest 2023, having the time of your life and blowing off all the steam from all the bullshit that we've been enduring. All right, y'all, take care. Flat Earth Festivals presents Flattoberfest 2023, an international flat Earth event in Las Vegas, Nevada, at Samstown Hotel and Gambling Hall. October 21st and 22nd. Featuring Jason Lindgren of Secrets of Saturn and the Crow 777 radio show, and Ben Balderson of Odin's Alchemy. From the UK, Dave Murphy and Mark Devlin. 2 full days, all day. Presentations and live music with Jaron Campanella and Austin Whitsitt. Meet most of the Glowbusters crew in real life. With Amanda Vollmer and Greg Reese of the Reese Report and InfoWars. And of course, the creator of the Flat Earth Clues, Mark Sargent. And David Weiss, the creator of the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Live music by Chief Crow and the Flat Earth Worms. That's right. Go to Flattoberfest.com. And for those who wish to send me stuff through snail mail, you can send it to P.O. Box 10, Earl, North Carolina, 28038. There are also links below for Flat Earth merch, and you can send me donations. And I do appreciate all the support. Sincerely, thank you very much. Also, please go to flatearthfestivals.com for all information about upcoming Flattoberfests and Flat Earth-friendly local meetups. If you are organizing a local Flat Earth meetup, email me at flatearthfestivals@protonmail.com with your meetup information to have it listed on the website for free. For everything else, you can email me at karenbfe@protonmail.com. Thank you for being here.